I mean, Corey said he was going to be late, so I expected that. But
40 minutes, or actually 2 hours and 40 minutes.
CJ texted a picture of the group that says "Let me in." 5 minutes ago.
I didn't get a pop up that he needed to let in.
And Discord. Does he know that the links in Discord?
Where's my?
Does anyone have an extra pencil?
Did I?
I hate to say I do not.
Get you one.
I don't think I have
Okay.
pencil.
Let
There
me
we go.
venture
That's
into
what I'm looking
your
for.
house.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
See, that should have been the line.
It's gone. Yeah, should have been.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would have got it 100%.
The best part of that scene, though, I have to say, is when they're looking at him and the one guy's, what's his name, Gamble, is mad and he's just like, "You think you can steal from us and walk away?" He looks at him and goes, "Yeah." Just so straight face, like, "Yeah."
Actually, my favorite part of that scene is when he does the magic trick. There's some guys in the background. They're just like,
Let's not blow this out of proportion.
Have you seen the Jared Leto new Snyder?
I seen
I know they removed the tattoo.
They didn't. They changed it. It now says fixed.
Wait, what?
Instead of damaged.
Yeah, it's just fixed. See what he did there.
Well played, buddy.
I just stole that from an article I read.
Well played.
It
was
seems
a
too
good one.
good to be an original.
That was a good.
That was actually really good.
Now, it seemed like they're going more, trying to draw more from Ledger in the new.
They are. They're trying to capture that.
Okay.
This is my thing. Nothing's gonna save that movie.
I'm just gonna try to call CJ.
I don't understand. I talked to Nick, and apparently, like the first time I saw Suicide Squad, I apparently loved it.
He loved it. Like, we walked out of that movie, I was like, that was terrible.
Was
Joe was like,
crazy.
what movie did you watch? That was great. And then he called me like
I tried to
6 months
rewatch
later
it.
and was like, what movie did I
made
see
it like
opening
7
night?
minutes in, and I was like, what the fuck is this movie?
Hello.
Like, the only thing that saved it, I thought Will Smith
So,
did a good
did
job.
you click the
Everything
link?
else sucked.
I thought everyone did a fairly bad job. Margot Robbie was
She's
just
horrible.
annoying AF. The guy who played supposedly.
So try to do that again because I never like I've been waiting for a
He's
pop
awful,
up
yeah.
that said that you were trying to get in, but I never saw it. So I might have minimized it for just a little bit, and that happened to be the time that
The
you
only
did
spot
it.
that I liked with the movie, though,
Try
Special
reusing
effects
the
were
link
good.
and.
I like the whole thing with Will Smith where he was talking and he was just like, "Listen, this is the deal. You want me on your team? Fine. These are the rules. I want my kid to go to one of the nicest colleges in school. She
Yeah,
starts doing
well,
bad.
I didn't even
White
notice
people
that
shit.
until
You get a good grade.
Tyler was like,
You go to
"Hey,
one of
6
these
minutes ago,
nice
CJ
colleges."
posted this." I was
And
like,
he's going through and he's like,
"Fuck!
and,
I didn't even see a
what was
pop
it?
up
And now
for
I'm
it."
starting at the end. He's like, and now I don't know if you guys are taking this seriously because I don't see y'all writing shit down.
Will Smith can monologue. Oh, he's a talented enough actor to do that.
But the movie was just
It was garbage.
so goddamn bad.
I think who was the director of the whole thing? I thought she did.
Is there a
pretty
pop up
good,
that pops
like-
up over there?
Oh no, you're talking
I
about
heard-
Viola
I
Davis
heard
because
his
Viola
voice.
Davis,
Yeah,
I did too.
freaking Oscar-winning actress.
The black,
Pop up
yeah,
over
the
here.
black, yeah, her.
She is so
She
incredible.
did a really great job of just being very like cutthroat. I don't give a shit.
This is the dude that was the soldier guy.
Drake did a little bit, and I backed
that's
up
that
and
guy. No, that was the guard. That was the
re-entered, and then it was like,
security guard.
oh,
I'm
hey,
talking about, like,
Drake
the
was
guy
trying
who's
to
the love
join.
interest of the sorceress,
Oh,
like the leader of
Let me-
Suicide Squad, technically.
Okay, let me try leaving the meeting again and rejoining, and then see if it pops up. Rejoin.
Yeah, that guy was. That guy, I hated that guy too. Just
Getting
because
ready.
his role was pretty much.
Mute my
just
mic. Rejoin.
convenience.
It pops up. And it lets me in. Okay, try doing it
I'm
again.
trying to find a picture, but I'll tell you, this picture is the best thing that came out of Suicide Squad.
Sorry, I don't know why we're having this. Yeah.
Is he using the one from Discord?
Yeah, he's using the link from Discord.
The new one?
This is the best thing that came out of Suicide
They're both the same.
Oh, are they? Okay.
I can understand. Like,
Or should be. He's using the most recent one from Discord, I should say.
Just the cosplay.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Oh, are you talking about your Indiana Jones cosplay?
No,
Or her cosplay?
her cosplay.
Yeah.
That's the best thing that came out of Suicide Squad, in my opinion.
I was gonna say, I found it funny when one of my friends was like, "Dude, I saw this amazing Indiana Jones cosplay," and then he showed me a picture of you and your friend that were your buddy was dressed up
Yeah,
as,
your
your dad.
senior.
Yeah, and I was like,
Where did he find that?
I know that. No, he ran into you guys at the convention. He was
Are
like,
you
"Hey, can I
shitting
get a
me?
picture?" And like took a picture of you two.
What are the fucking odds of that?
We did
Yeah.
have that. We did not have that happen a lot.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
but he got a picture and he was like, "Dude, I saw this amazing cosplay." And I was like, "I know that guy.
Huh?
I know that
No,
hunk of man meat."
everyone liked it because, like, everyone, a lot of Indiana Jones guys, but no one did Henry Jones. And
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
Yeah, nobody ever does Henry.
I cannot wait for the new game.
Junior.
What?
The new Indiana Jones game.
Didn't even know they were.
Oh my god, yeah, it's Bethesda and Machine Games. So the people that did Wolfenstein.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
right off of the Junior, so we just had a golden retriever puppy eval at my facility, and his name is Junior.
Would you say what?
That's
Eve
it.
out?
They got their first day at our facility is called an evaluation, just to make
Got
sure
you.
that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dog
okay.
does
Okay,
well.
let's
So we call it
try.
an eval.
I don't
Her
know
name
why
is
it's
Junior,
not.
so the entire time I would just do Sean Connery's accent of like, Junior, Junior, come out, Junior, come out.
No, it's not like you said Eve out.
I heard Eve out. Is
Yeah,
out.
and I was like, what is Eve out?
See,
And then you said Eve out,
troubleshooting.
I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Evaluation.
Junior.
Junior. We named the dog Indiana.
That's such
You're
a
named
great
after
scene.
the dog.
That's such a great scene. I don't know why, but that actually just reminded me also of the thing in Deadpool when he's just talking about Ajax. He's like, "You're named after soap." Intimidate.
Well, it took me, I think it was like some type of internet post to realize why Ajax, the soap, was named itself, because it's stronger than grease.
Yes. Because Ajax was stronger than all of Greece. The person Ajax.
The Greek
Oh,
figure.
I'm
Ajax.
still talking Deadpool.
Like-
I was
No,
like,
right,
what?
yeah.
But like the reason he was named Ajax is after the Greek hero in the Iliad,
Yes.
and
Now I got it.
Ajax was the strongest of Greece.
Yes.
So Ajax is stronger than
So
Greece.
the soap named themselves after that.
Yeah.
Because
That's
they're stronger than
interesting. Yeah.
Greece.
Yeah.
It's a pun.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
But then Deadpool, of course, Wade Wilson, of course, it's like you're named after soap.
I was watching that movie the other day, and my mom was so mad because she was like, I don't know what you're watching, but it's so vulgar, and do you have to watch something like that? And I was like, it's Deadpool, and she was like, oh, turn it back, I want to see this scene. I was like, all of a sudden Ryan Reynolds is in
Yeah, I was
it,
gonna
it's
say-
totally fine.
Everyone gives Deadpool a pass, it's fine.
But she was so
So I just reposted
offended.
the link and it's the same
I feel like the
thing.
second one
So
may
I
have
was
been
trying to see if
worse
that
in
was
terms of
maybe the
vulgarity
issue.
than
Oh,
the first one.
I keep forgetting that there's already a Deadpool.
Yep.
I guess we could try to just do it
My
as
new favorite.
Dude,
Discord.
Lucky isn't upset with power. Yes, it is.
Morgan.
No, it isn't.
that whole scene is great.
So Morgan hasn't watched through the MCU.
What?
Morgan doesn't know.
About what?
WandaVision?
So I've had to explain some of the things about, like the WandaVision episode where people are just like, where people are coming back from the blip.
Yeah.
She's like,
I'm gonna
why-
be honest.
She's like, why?
That took me longer than it should have because they started like it was showing her like coming back and I was like,
Right.
what the
Yeah,
fuck is
why
kind
is
of
she-
power does she? And then like I was watching it with somebody and they were like, is that because of the blip? And I was like,
See,
Yeah.
we were watching it and
That took
Adrian
longer
and
to shit
Adrian
out.
was like, "Huh." I was like, "What?" She was like, "Why did it take till just now for people to come back from the blip?" What do you mean? She was like, "Well, I mean, like, when did people start coming back from the blip?" I was like, the end of Endgame, when everybody came back at the
I
end of
was
the
gonna
movie."
think there's only been one movie
Well,
since then.
right, and
It's
she
been
was
2
like,
years.
and she was like, "No, but I mean, like at the end of Endgame, like they fought Thanos and everything like that, but nobody came back from the blip." I was like,
No one knows what a flash.
everybody in that entire battle came back from the blip, and she was like,
herself.
"Wait, what?" And then so I explained everything to her. She's like, "Oh, I don't remember any of that."
Oh my god.
I was like,
So
"This is what happens when I see a movie 8 times in theaters and you see it once."
No shit, dude.
So I was watching the end
Okay.
of WandaVision.
I can't
and
figure
had to
this.
grab
I can't figure this
Elizabeth's
out, so I
arm
think
out
we
when
should
they showed
try to do it through
Pietro,
Discord.
at the door, and I was just like, oh my god.
Is that cool with you, Drake?
She's like, no, who's it? I was like, it's Quicksilver.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, her brother?
Okay.
That's not the same actor. I'm like, I know!
That's why it's insane.
You should have just grabbed her and been like, holy shit, they're crossing over with American Horror Story.
Lol.
But no, like,
Okay.
We've been watching WandaVision. I've had to explain little
So-
bits and pieces to Morgan, and she told me the other night, she's like, I guess I should watch through all the Marvel movies. And I was like, girl, you got like 40 hours of content to get through.
Oh shit.
I was like, we got like,
At the beginning of quarantine, we got halfway through. We started rewatching.
I was like, man, we gotta start all the way back at, shit, we gotta start back at Iron Man 1.
Oh, wow, that's the original. That's OG shit.
Like, we gotta
13 years.
We gotta go all the way back to that and start working her up.
Okay, here's what I'm
And
gonna do.
I know there's a couple resources online that show the best, the most chronological path.
I say just watch it in the order it came
All right,
out.
CJ, can you hear me on this?
'Cause, I mean, we all watched it as it came
Okay.
out. And we all figured it out.
Yeah, they're honestly
Okay,
the
I'm-
order of release.
I'm gonna exit out of this.
Yeah.
Jump into the D&D Roll20.
My only thing though is I did not
What?
realize until Nick pointed it out.
Go
that
to Discord.
Rambo,
Jump into D&D Roll20.
Was, the agent.
Oh, not Sylvester Stallone.
Correct.
Cool. Okay.
Uh,
yeah, Agent Rambo.
Agent Rambo is the little girl from Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
I didn't-
that
I
was
didn't catch
that
that.
was alluded to at the very
Yeah.
beginning.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
and she makes a comment about.
Cool.
They make multiple comments about stuff, but I didn't put. Captain Marvel I've only seen
Joe.
once or twice. So it was like.
Switch over to Discord and go to the D&D Roll20 channel and start your camera.
You only need to watch Captain Marvel once. Maybe not even that.
The best thing in that movie is Stan Lee reading.
How do I pull up? How do I pull up like your
Ready?
alt tab?
Yes, Alt Tab.
What is that? Command tab?
Yes.
Discord's not up.
Maybe I closed it.
By the way, if we do nothing this whole night but like talk nerd
I don't know
shit,
shit- I don't
I'll
know
be
shit about
I'm
nerds.
okay with that. But
See, you know all the fucking bullshit ass. File my taxes.
Dude, somebody made a post meme the other day that just said IRS. Hey, you owe me money. Me. How much? IRS. I don't know. Guess.
Figure
Me.
it out.
This much? IRS. Wrong. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
I saw a similar
too true.
similar one. It was just like you have to guess, but if you guess wrong, you go to
Friendly
jail.
neighborhood nerds.
See, with
Nope, one up.
the thing that pisses me off is like going through and looking at it because
Join that.
you saw the thing that
Yes.
Corey posted in the group chat, right? The TikTok video with Adam Ruins Everything
Oh no! I
going through and
watched
talking about taxes.
it. I saw that, but I didn't.
Well,
I
so
didn't
like
watch it.
every other country does taxes also, but theirs it's the government sends you a
Okay.
bill and you
Yep.
pay whatever that bill is.
Nick,
right.
I
America, we have to
joined
file
this,
taxes.
And then I just muted myself. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, do I need to leave the hangout?
Yes.
Okay, how are we switching Drake over?
Yeah. Huh?
How are we switching Drake over?
Yeah, do you just need me to switch?
Yeah, Drake, we just need you to jump into Discord on the Friendly Neighborhood Nerds. Go to D&D and Roll20 channel. Holy fuck, there's up to 25 people allowed in this channel. That's a lot.
We're getting a lot of boosts.
Yeah.
So the server's actually like.
Oh, speaking of which, I got another boost because I just got charged again. Because I...
So you should totally use that on the server.
Oh,
because
yeah.
We're actually getting very close to getting rank 2, which means we can up our audio to 256 kbps.
Yeah.
Talking about?
I accidentally pay for what's it
Nitro?
called? Nitro.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do that. You accidentally didn't unsubscribe after
Hold on.
Game
Yeah,
Pass.
we go up to 256 kbps audio quality.
I already have Nitro.
We get
Why does
a-
it say get
we
Nitro?
get a server banner.
Nice.
50 megabyte upload limit for all members, and then we get 1080p, 60 FPS streams.
So,
Too.
we actually maybe need to do that.
All right. So.
Oh my god, it's almost 8 o'clock.
Okay. You're in the channel, right?
Hey, affirmative, Captain. I tried to turn the microphone, the camera on to wave it, but I think it's struggling to figure out. which camera-
trying to, yeah.
Trying to figure out which camera to use.
Output device.
Should probably input ready.
There we go.
Hi,
Okay.
CJ.
Okay, can you guys hear right now? Can you guys hear me talking on this? Oh, wait. I think I have push to talk.
God
I
damn
got
it.
you. I got
Yeah, turn off push to talk. You got this. Okay.
You do it, push to talk. Check, mic 2. Hello.
Can you guys hear us? Check.
Mic check, mic check.
I'm not.
We are transmitting.
I was gonna say I'm not seeing it moving at all. Do we have?
We're like the voice icon for Nick in Discord is green. We are transmitting.
Oh shit!
We
Okay.
are transmitting sound. I see Drake transmitting sound.
Okay.
But the thing is, we don't have anywhere that is transmitting the sound out.
It should be on that laptop.
So I need to switch.
Because that will be.
Switch your output then.
Okay.
Output device.
That makes me think of dads.
Speakers?
Speakers, Realtek audio.
Martin
Oh.
Balls do.
Here we go.
Something.
That's it.
CJ, can you talk for me?
Hello.
Drake,
Hey.
can you talk for me?
Howdy.
Hey,
What's
there
up?
we go. All right.
When Martin Balls
Can you
doing,
guys hear us
audio check.
rather well?
He's like 1, 2,
Yep.
3,
Cool.
4, 5,
So
6,
just let
7. They're like, stop
Corey
counting.
know that he just needs to join the Discord channel.
Okay. Roll.
The Xbox.
You guys
Game
can
Pass
actually
app
see what
for
I'm painting
iOS.
now.
Nice.
Very nice.
The
Very
Xbox Game
nice.
Pass app for
All right.
iOS didn't update, and the name, of
Okay.
the update says we.
We're just
cloned
gonna go
the
ahead and start.
Exterminator, We
That's
took
what
care of those bugs.
Yes. So previously in this game, you guys were tasked
break.
to fight, to hunt down and kill a gentleman by the name of Sefik Caltro.
Wait, what?
Sefik.
We'll get there.
Yeah. You guys were hired by Hlyn after you banged the ever living shit out of her, and you guys went to East Haven to go track them down because that is where they were supposed to be next. By the way, this is kind of glossed over a few sessions ago. I don't know if you remember, but he has been hired by the head of a caravan.
Yeah.
As,
what's his name? Hold on.
The name
That's
is
Torga.
yes,
Yeah.
Torga. And you were also informed you should not let Torga realize that you are killing Sefik, because if you do, because Torga is in charge of 90% of the trade that goes on within the 10 towns. If Torga finds out that you kill Sefik,
Bad news bears.
bad news bears, you will never be able to trade in the 10 towns again. So keep that in mind. So you guys went to East Haven to go track down Torga and this roving band of traders that Sefik is traveling with. But lo and behold, when you guys got there, Sefik had already left. But as you entered the town, they were executing an evil wizard that was attacking children and other people. And you were tasked with hunting down a missing fisherman party that was believed to have disappeared off the coast into a series of caves that are thought to be housing a witch. When you guys got to the caves, you guys made your way through the different caves and took 2 sessions, but finally made it to the end and found the witch, to which you killed the witch.
Does Drake have a question?
Welcome to being a DM.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I heard lich for a second.
No, witch.
And I was like,
Witch.
holy shit, I don't remember a lich, I remember...
W-I-T-C-H. Witch. She's a bitch with a W.
Did you not play last week?
No, I had a
No,
moment
no,
that I was like,
Oh,
when did that come
last
up?
week, as in, like, we didn't play last week, therefore, got it.
I turned it down just a little.
But yeah, so then you guys made, you guys killed the witch, took her stuff. After looting the body with an amazing investigation check, you found a map with directions to what you believe is a treasure.
Was there an X?
I don't think we.
There was not an
I don't
X.
think we assumed it was a treasure.
All the
The words just said, wait till midnight, head north along the shore for 1 mile.
yeah, there was
Yes.
And
no,
then
Okay.
We took the cauldron because the cauldron was a cauldron of plenty.
It is a heavy cauldron, but yes.
there
Still not
was-
too early. I have culture.
There was a rumbling that we heard from farther within the cave.
That was during the fight. When you guys came out, you realized... So, what had been making the rumbling fell apart because they were held together by her magic. So after defeating her... Correct. And then, you found the suicide pool with the giants, and...
That's where we ended.
yeah, that's where you guys ended.
I like to call it a retirement pool.
Retirement pool.
I mean, different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna say turn him.
they want to rebrand it because suicide.
When you say it's heavy, I mean, I'm not worried about my carrying capacity, but
CJ,
is there
talk
a
for me.
poundage?
Cauldron of Plenty.
You're just a wee bit quiet for us.
What?
Why, that was funny. It just once. It sounded like a car
Okay.
that couldn't start. What is that?
South Park.
Yeah. I was like, that's so familiar.
You guys have to make a point. You
Come on
can't
now.
just keep saying rabble, rabble,
Much better,
rabble.
thank you.
Okay.
God, I want to rewatch South Park.
So Cauldron of Plenty is 4 feet wide, has a 3.5 foot
Weighs
diameter,
50
with 50 pounds.
Oh, no, that's nothing.
50 pounds that can hold 30
Yes.
gallons of liquid.
Correctamundo.
So you have that in your possession.
How much does it weigh when it has 30 gallons of liquid?
Even more.
That's for the Cauldron to
Sorry.
know and you to find
Sorry,
out.
Nick, if you said
Little
4 feet
lizard
wide,
man.
what are the exact dimensions of this?
So,
3 feet.
4 foot wide, 3.5 foot in diameter at the opening. So the mouth is 3.5 feet. It gets out to 4 feet wide.
It's 3.5 feet.
About that big at the mouth.
Okay. So
It's about that big.
1,
Are there
two,
any
3.
handles or rings around it?
Yeah. So you're gonna have handles on either side.
Okay, so I could obviously all of our adventuring equipment starts with rope. I can
Attach
just
them, yeah.
tether it.
Honestly, I'd say we get it back to somewhere and we sell it.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
rope it up.
I mean, might as well try East Haven. We're going back there anyway.
Sell that shit.
What is
the
the
map? Sir, can we put the map?
Yes.
back up?
what is the population of East Haven?
Population of East Haven is roughly slightly more than that.
Because I know you said
About 750.
I know you said Brian Chandler was what 1,200.
Bryn Shindar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, 7.
Yeah, 750. Where is the map?
On the map.
I was gonna say,
Map.
there's a place
On
you
the
want to go. I'm
I'm
the one.
thinking,
you know,
like-
I'm the map.
You know, all of these towns are all like. What's the word?
I could help you, but I don't want to.
Sounds right.
I think we could just start spreading the word about it. We could get some maybe interested buyers.
Nick won't go
I
for the
honestly
green apple.
forgot
I just
that
honestly been
oval
grabbing
was
whatever
there.
I can reach. Nick,
Fuck green apple, but I'll still grab it if I'm grabbing a handful because it gets lost in all the other flavors.
We are here. Locked in a shed.
this
We
map
had
is
gone-
much smaller than I thought it was.
We had gone up
That's what she said.
this coastline, like 30 minutes worth of travel.
Yeah. So right now your cave is right in that area.
We're like right around
So-
here.
But
Is this all
it's
just
still like early. When I say early afternoon, I'm not. I mean, I know with the consistency of twilight.
Right.
But in time frame of meeting this notes requirement, we're basically what we discussed in the last session is going back to town, resting up, restocking, and then going back to the cave at midnight to follow the map's direction.
I
I believe that was correct.
believe yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure that was still the case.
See, I would say we
So are we still at the cave right now?
Affirmative.
Yes.
Correctamundo.
Okay.
That's how we I can carry this cauldron, no problem. We've done all we can here, yes.
I say we make our way back to town, rest up, recuperate, and
Let
then
the guard captain know we have completed the mission. She has items for us.
collect our
This
payments,
makes sense.
rest up a little bit, and then set out in time to rendezvous with this map.
Right. One last question. Did we ever figure out where that merchant caravan was going after they left East Haven?
So
We did not.
you know that they left East Haven. They typically do a clockwise fashion throughout the 10 towns, but that more recently it's become a little more sporadic. So it's not guaranteed that is the
We don't
direction
have
they're
a
moving.
hard
Oh.
direction.
Correct.
For some reason, I
I
was
don't think so.
thinking town cargo came to mind, but that wouldn't make sense. I
Hold on,
don't know what I was thinking.
I'm refreshing through my notes real quick. Should be on the way to Goodmead. Goes in a
Good.
clockwise direction
Okay,
around the
good.
10 towns.
Okay.
usually,
What's
but
on the
that
bed behind
currently
you?
it's a little more sporadic, so it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes,
So we are here in East Haven. They should be making their way towards this crossroads and then down towards
But
Good Meat.
really, only two places make sense. It's either Good Meat or Care Dinnerval.
Yes. Yeah, because they left Brinchander and went to East Haven.
Right.
So they should be going to either of those.
Right.
Split the party. No, I'm just kidding.
We have a large enough party, honestly. It wouldn't.
This is true.
Shit, you're not wrong. Nick, you ready to roleplay 2 different cities?
whoa, whoa.
Let's put them to the test.
No, I say we go back to East Haven.
Trick question: get snowed in the tavern. Let's roll parlay games. No.
Go back to East Haven.
Hey, Gribby made good money.
Find somewhere. We said it's what, afternoon?
About
Early
yeah.
evening?
It's like what about? I think we decided it was like 3-4 o'clock.
Yeah. So I mean, we can get back to town. We have more than enough time for like a short rest. Chill around the town. Maybe try to figure out some more information. And then we can set out with more than enough time to get to the location, that map or whatever, the note
Right.
said.
Well, we only really asked one person about where that merchant caravan was going.
For sure.
So let's maybe go to like one of the main taverns.
Yeah.
Get some.
Maybe there's like a general store
Right.
somewhere
Yeah.
in town
Get more
that-
intel.
Yeah.
that
Get
deals
some
with a
inside.
lot of their trade.
Yeah. And also see if there's any interested in this big old fucking gold.
I mean, if there's anyone that's a little bit more charismatic, I mean, I can try.
This is not my strong suit.
And lead the charge with the shopkeeper, but we could try to play it off as though we are, none of us look like we're from here, except for big man over here. But we could try to pass off as, traders from exotic lands. We're trying to. We've heard rumors of this Torga, who is the kingpin of this area. We could be trying to rendezvous with him because we have exotic wares to sell, and any inside information on his next destination could be beneficial to us, and we might be able to grease some palms.
Real quick to interject, are we live/recording?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, deception is all well and good, Asmodee. I found just spreading gold around to loosen quite enough lips that you don't even need to have to come up with a backstory. Just say, hey, I want this information. Here's 5 gold. What do you tell me?
But some people are tied up in this mortal notion of morals, ethics.
I have not
Is it-
crossed many of this in my travels.
Is it immoral to ask questions? Especially
no.
when there is gold involved. You just hand over some gold, ask for some discretion,
Some
and
people feel
move from that.
Some people feel they owe loyalty to the people they do business with. They might, because we're not from here, they might see us as not necessarily enemies, but
Outsiders, I understand.
outsiders, and they might not be willing to part with the information. So, yes, money is all well and good, but sometimes a convincing story with some smiling faces, along with some coin, is possibly more likely to loosen their jaws rather than just the coin itself.
Start cracking my knuckles. There's more than one way to loosen jaws.
Gentlemen,
We've already been banned from one town. We don't need another.
I'm sorry, have we been banned from a town?
No,
Not you, personally.
this was months ago. It was a minor misunderstanding. The shopkeeper,
would not
What's
give
in the
me
past is
would not give me friends and family discount.
And this got you banned from a town.
We'll talk about it over at Taker later. Let's get back to town.
There needs to be like that
Gentlemen.
domino meme where it's like shopkeeper would not offer friends and family discount, and then it's the big one. It's just like whole village burnt to ground. Do not worry about it. It will probably not happen here.
It will
Gary's
probably
dead,
not.
isn't he? Yeah, Gary got his head knocked off. So
Gary's dead. Red shirted.
What are we gonna do?
Unfortunately.
What are we gonna do with all that whiskey?
I have ideas.
I'm just saying that is an amazing opportunity to get in good with Torga.
This is true. We do have, we still have the dog sleds for supplies.
The dog sleds are back in the city. We got here by boat.
Right, well, I'm just saying, once we get back to East Haven, we transfer the whiskey, which is now ours. And I dare anyone to reject.
Hey, legitimate salvage.
Yeah, exactly.
Legitimate salvage. I hate that nobody else here watches The Expanse.
Oh, I fucking love The Expanse.
I was gonna say nobody else gets that reference, but it's legitimate salvage. Okay?
Yes.
It's legitimate salvage.
No one else is going to drink whiskey. It is a shame to go to us. So we transfer. Some of us transfer the whiskey. I will do the transferring since it is heavy and I will get thirsty on the way. I will transfer whiskey over to dog sleds. Don't worry, I will not miss a bottle. You could go and do your schmoozing, if you will, and then we'll reconvene. And then that will provide us a good excuse on why we want to do business with Torga. We have good whiskey to sell.
Sure.
And then once we find Torga, we smash whiskey bottle over bodyguard's head and we claim reward.
Very simplified, but yes, I think it's a plan.
By the way, again, something that was specified like 3 sessions ago when you were originally hired for that. You will only get the reward for killing Sefik.
Yes.
So we smashed many whiskey bottles over this until he.
This is not a capture and bring in. This is a
not
manhunt.
alive.
This is a manhunt.
We smashed whiskey bottle overhead until he stopped moving, and then one more just for good measure.
Well, I say we start making our way back.
Should we bring the whole head knocked off? Right, he is a headless dwarf.
He is a headless dwarf.
Should we bring head and body back with us?
Did anyone inspect Gary?
I don't
No.
think.
Did we loot
Draven, I
Gary?
think,
No,
to
no.
see.
So as
If
Dale
he
go
was
over
alive,
and,
but outside
and
of that-
start-
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
start
say.
picking through, and I'm not necessarily looking to loot him. Like, oh my god, free loot. I'm more along the lines looking for. Is he wearing a ring that has a family insignia? Does he have a locket? Does he have a wallet with a driver's license? Does he have something that I can take back to the city and present to the town guard and say, hey, this was our guide. Unfortunately, he died during the excursion. We're just trying to make sure the news gets back to his family.
So
If found, please return to.
Yes, exactly.
So
He just wants his money.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it, but he does have like how you found the medallion from the other fishermen in the area with, like he has like an insignia on like a necklace basically that's the same kind of thing. It's slightly different, but that's because it's his.
His
So
family.
yeah,
So
Okay,
we should
so-
take all medallions.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll snag that and I'll
Yep.
put it in my pocket. Add that to
But
my
we
inventory.
should also collect remains of other fishermen as proof that we did our best, but we were not able to save them.
I was gonna say at this point all of the corpses that you found of like the people, like they had been completely flayed. There is no clothing or anything like that to go through.
They
It's
still have their
flayed
medallions,
bodies.
yes?
Not on them. If you would like to make an investigation check around the room to see if you find any like discarded piles of stuff.
Sure.
But-
I will.
Who says that?
Draven would like to
See,
look, and if I can
that's
throw
what this
guidance
did
online.
earlier. It said I was connected to the
It
internet,
has
but
no internet security.
but then right. So it happened to that. I disconnected, reconnected, and now it's working again.
Is it 14?
You said the
on
MacBook's still
investigation?
connected, just not because Drake's camera's going like he looks pixelated as fuck.
I mean, it takes a bit, but yeah, you find some piles of like discarded clothes and stuff like that, but you don't really find any of like any identifying.
None of their personal effects.
I would for Gary, after I take the medallion off of him,
Do we
I would.
check the boat?
You haven't checked the boat yet, but you guys are. I mean, like at this point, you're almost a 5-minute walk through a cave system to get to the boat. But
Thinking of it.
He's a dwarf,
yes,
missing a head.
yes,
Um,
that doesn't mean he fits in a bag of holding.
not the line of thinking I was going. With. So he probably weighs what? 130 pounds, 140 pounds, give or take.
Sure. Yeah.
It's not that far back to the boat. Between me and Hofgrim, I understand Hofgrim already has the Cauldron of Plenty.
Put him in that.
Oh God.
That was her intent.
Who's this?
Yeah.
thing?
That was the witch's intent. She was using the Cauldron of Plenty to make stew, but was
we're not
Your
making
size
stew.
large
spice.
for
She was
carrying
spicing
capacity,
it
right?
with
Okay, so no.
people with
so
flesh.
we have the cauldron strapped to Hofgrim's back. That's actually a really good idea. Asmund is going to pick up
Use
the
it as a
body of
backpack.
Gary, put
Okay.
it in the cauldron,
Okay.
so that Hofgrim can carry it back to the boat. And because he was a fisherman and because he lived his life making money off of the water while we're on the way back to town, let's give him a sailor's burial.
Okay. Does anybody object to this?
I don't think we want to take a headless corpse of a dwarf back into the city where this dwarf lived after we just disappeared with him for 4 hours. I don't think that will end well for us. Okay.
I did not think we were taking body back. I thought we would just take Medallion and say he fought
Yes,
valiantly,
but what we're saying
He
is
fought,
rather than just
he
leave
fought
the body-
valiantly, cowering in the corner with his mace, but nobody
It
else
is
needs
not
to.
our fault he poked a giant ice skeleton.
Nobody else needs to know that, but we owe it to the person that volunteered to bring us here to at least give him a proper burial. He lived his life on the water. He should be buried underneath it.
We should at least give him one whiskey bottle to take with him to the next one.
Of course.
It
We
is-
have to, as the kids say, pour one out for the homies.
it is only right.
I'm gonna pull him.
Well, we do have
No,
a second
it's-
boat
it's-
that we could put him on.
Just gonna pull on it.
Light it
Just
on
a-
fire as he
just a
says
small
out.
bottle.
Yes.
Of course. Waste,
We do have a second boat,
waste not.
Draven. That is true.
Viking burials, what
we
Draven
sure
wants.
want to give him a Viking burial. That might draw some attention from the townsfolk.
Also, it might
Yeah, we
sell
are
our story
enough
to
out.
come back with both boats.
This is true. I believe just a sailor's burial at sea at lake
Lake.
is probably what he would have.
If it's a lake, would they
Wanted.
notice also? If we just light a fucking boat on fire?
They would.
That's his point.
Yep.
We keep Medallion as proof. We bury him at lake, and we tow other boat back with us as proof that we found the missing.
And we gathered the rest of the medallions. Yes.
Or no. You never found the rest of the medallions because he rolled. But Jeb was wanting to interject with something when that was happening. I thought.
I was just gonna talk about when we get information. That's part of what I do. So I don't really have to grease palms. I can usually get the information I need out of people.
Then maybe.
The only thing I ask is I do it alone.
Oh, half of them understand this technique.
You gonna rape him?
Not exactly, but
No,
yeah.
no. I think he jerk off all the guys in common room with 2 hands until he finds it.
Circle jerk. Got it.
I would say. I understand your desire to be alone when you do this, but at this point, I find us inexplicably bound together, and I don't know if it's wise for one person to be putting themselves in a possibly deceptive situation where it could go south. So, I would like to accompany you, but I am willing to stay out of your way for the time being. Not saying you're tiny and unarmored and possibly unable to defend yourself, but it always can be beneficial to have a 6.5 foot tall Asamar clad in plate armor at your side.
I'll meet you halfway. I'll take you up on your offer, but when we find someone, I need to be alone with them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What's the code word for if you need assistance?
Oh, there won't be a code word.
Well, I think we should still have one anyways, because if I get in trouble, I'm definitely going to need assistance.
Pineapple juice.
Backup plans are always good, as are code words.
Yo, officer man, what's your code? What's your
What
safety?
is it? What is a word that would never come up in common conversation with a shop owner?
That sounds like a good deal. Sorry.
What?
I said that sounds like a good deal. What's a phrase or what's a word that wouldn't come up in normal conversation with a shop owner?
I thought it had reference to do with the music that just like really got creepy.
No.
I would say at this point we've probably already started like.
I was gonna say
This is conversation through the tavern.
this is walking conversation. Yeah.
How about looks like good weather? Because clearly it doesn't.
Looks like good weather.
Yeah, like the
Fair
second
enough.
thing
If I hear that, I will come charging in, weapons drawn, ready to slaughter.
Listen to
Why
that
not
quiet sound.
say something like, "It's bigger than I expected"?
But I'm not even going to comment.
Okay, I would like to come back to this body, by the way. The downside of putting it on the water is bodies float. It could come back to town still.
This is true.
Rocks.
I would be fine tying him down with rocks and throwing him in after that, but to make sure he does not come back up.
Alright, we don't want a floater.
Or we feed him the Nymeria. She is hungry.
Is Nymeria still out or is she back in your realm?
No, she's out.
Could do that. I mean,
It's kind of
I mean, this is the
opposite.
circle of life.
if we can't find rocks, we could always try like. And Asmodee sort of like whispers towards Draven so that Hofgrim can't hear. I mean, we could always tie like a case or two of whiskey to his feet. We won't. I won't miss it.
Not the whiskey.
Draven kind of smirks.
Whiskey, oh Johnny, oh, from down below.
So yeah, I would say we just make our way back to town while we're in the process of sailing back to. We lashed the other boat.
So you're towing the other boat and then bringing it with you and then giving him a sailor's burial.
So probably, I'm sure there's some sort of tarp or cloth on the boat somewhere that we can wrap him in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say that's easy enough to find, and then
On
like
the walk back, finding some big stones.
yeah, I was gonna say you're walking through a cave system, so finding some big stones at a time too.
Just as we're
isn't
going,
that
you know,
difficult.
Hey, we didn't really know him, but even though he was a coward and cowered in the corner the entire time with a mace and didn't really assist us, besides causing a couple giant skeleton bones to break out of their ice prison,
We told him not to come.
he still volunteered to bring us here and guide us to where his friends were, so he was courageous in that aspect at least, and he died how he lived, on the water.
I raise, at this point, if we're on the water, it is now probably half whiskey bottle. I raise one empty whiskey bottle and I say, "To brave cowards," and I just down the rest, and I throw it into the lake.
Wait.
Oh,
You threw it into the
did you want one? I crack open another
I was
bottle.
gonna say how big the bottles?
How big are the bottles?
Are we talking handles or 1.5s?
Like 750 milliliters.
So a handle.
Like
Oh, they're tiny. Never mind.
a normal bottle.
Because you were
size.
saying we could tie the whiskey to him.
I was talking cases.
Oh, I was gonna say drink the whiskey and then fill that up with water.
Alright, I hand leftover the whiskey to you. Take a swig, small one.
I need you to roll
I was
a
just gonna
Constitution
ask
check.
I was just saying,
Just gonna ask that.
very small.
He's
so
itty bitty.
one
So
swig probably fucks him
one
up.
one swig from a bottle.
Oh, 18.
Yeah,
You handle
you're
your
still
whiskey
fine.
well.
One more.
Oh God.
I like the way you think. I'm going to try to feed some.
Okay, roll me another.
Makes the DC higher.
17.
Okay.
Little one can drink. I'm going to try to give some to your wolf.
God.
You're trying to get Nymeria drunk now?
The
Going to
wolf
give-
is
give-
probably not.
Let's say, is Nymeria gonna end up
Yeah,
putting out a lino?
I was gonna say it would be one of those where like maybe probably a little bit interested, and then as soon as she like takes like one leg, she just backs up.
Remember Lino with the amaretto?
Oh no, she wouldn't be drinking all of it until she's drunk and shit faced.
Did you hear about that?
A drunken wolf. What now?
Corey and Kaylee's cat shattered a bottle of amaretto and drank the whole thing.
And drank the thing while they were on vacation. They came
home
back.
drunk.
He was on his back drunk,
That's amazing.
like right next to a giant puddle of amaretto.
That's everything I can hope for.
That's a great cat.
So we sail back, float back into town. Alright, so we're going to divvy off. I will transfer the supplies of whiskey onto dog sleds. You and Geb look for information.
Are
Perhaps.
we trying to sell off the Cauldron of Plenty now, or
Well, we should at least ask around. Spread the word that we have it and see if there are any interest buyers. At least let the captain know what we found. They might.
I'm sure me and Jeb, while we're out talking to different shop owners, we can probably inquire around to anyone that might be interested in.
Is the guard captain waiting for us at the dock?
No. Not waiting for you guys at the dock.
Probably doing important guard captain business.
I will say,
Sitting in their office with their feet up on their desk.
yeah, she's just hanging out, sleeping. I will let you know. So we've said that there's been a lot of cases of whiskey, but now that we're actually like transporting it off of the boat and that kind of stuff, as much as you guys have drank, there's still 13 cases, as well as one case that you're halfway
Are
through.
we talking 6 bottle, 9 bottle, or 12 bottle?
12 bottle cases.
Solid.
13 12 bottle cases. And again, you guys are about halfway through
186 bottles.
another case. So there's another 6 bottles in that
186 bottles
half
of
case
supply
that you
of
guys have already started.
months.
Alright, we leave half case here for we'll probably have to do this in shifts. So I'll need at least half a bottle in between.
4 in the afternoon, conference fucking hammered.
I was gonna say, just for shits and giggles, since you're already 2 bottles deep, go ahead and roll me a con save.
13.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm fine.
All right, so as you guys get back to town, start kind of asking around. You figure out where Captain Arlagoth is, and as you guys go walking into her, I guess. Basically, it's
Her office, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be her office. As she sees you guys walking up, she's like, "Oh, I hope everything went well."
I mean, well, it was for us it was fine. For one of your townsfolk, it did not end very well. We
I
found
noticed Gary's not with you.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
He's
We
totally fine.
followed Gary's directions to where he supposed the missing fishermen were. There's apparently a cave system. If you head east along the shores of the lake, about 30-40 minutes away from town, there's apparently a cave system within the cliffs. We explored those caves. We found a. Oh, by the way, there's a dire wolf making her home there. Just, knowledge that might benefit you in the future. But beyond that, we found a hag. That's what I would know what a hag is, right?
Yeah, you would have known she's a sea hag.
So we found a hag making her residence there. I assume this is probably the witch that you all were speaking of. We dispatched her, fought a few undead frost giants, which was
Sounds harrowing.
a little bit more than we signed up for. But the cave system is clear. Beyond the dire wolf, we left her as she was. She was aggressive because we were in her home, but we fed her some rations that we had, and she seemed placated at the time and did not seem hostile. So we made our leave.
Oh, don't forget about the harpies.
They weren't even a challenge. Unfortunately, our friend Gary did perish at the hands of one of these undead frost giants. We gave him a proper burial at sea. At lake. He died as he lived.
Mm-hmm.
We do have his medallion and the medallions of the other lost fishermen. I assume you probably know their families. You can get them to those that would benefit from them. But beyond that, it appears as though your problem has been solved.
Well, I thank you greatly for bringing these back. It's not going to be the closure that people want, but
Of course, no one likes
it'll be.
getting news that a family member is passed.
Yeah, but I still thank you. And I mean, like we agreed upon, and she goes back to behind her desk and opens the drawer and pulls out the spell scroll of Fireball as well as the bag of tricks, and she'll hand them off to you since you're the one that's been talking. And again, I thank you for bringing back the medallions. It's not much, but I have this to offer, and she gives you 100 gold pieces, so 50 for each of the medallions. Bringing back.
Okay, bag of tricks and scroll.
Gray bag of tricks.
Scroll of.
Scroll of Fireball and a gray bag of tricks. Different colors have different contents.
Fireball's not in.
Spell scroll of Fireball, maybe?
If you're talking on D&D Beyond, no. You have to add it in manually. That's what happened on that.
Spell
that run.
scroll. Fireball's a 3rd level.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I've got spell scroll 3rd level and then 100 gold.
Yeah. And then the gray bag of tricks. Quick question. So you had the cauldron on the boat. Did you leave the cauldron on the boat? Did you transfer that to the sled?
It is still on my back.
It is still on your back.
This is where I was tethering it to.
Okay. So she'd kind of notice him. What's that on your back?
Oh, was that there?
I didn't think he was there.
Oh, okay. I
think
apologize. I figured the group had gone there.
He was in the process of transferring the whiskey from the boat to the sleds.
That's right.
while
That's
the rest
while
of
all
us-
this is going on.
The rest of us go.
Got
to
it.
talk to the
Got
guard
it.
captain.
Never mind.
Well,
Sorry, so the rest of us are there. It's just Hofgrim that's not there, correct?
as-
Afgrim and Kripke. He's helping me with Nymeria. We are transferring this.
okay,
Yeah,
So,
so
I just wanna
Hofgrim-
make sure I was clear on
yeah.
who I'm with.
yeah, it's everybody else is at the guard captain. It's just Hofgrim and Gribgi are back at the
Not
boat.
Big Bang Theory Kripke.
Yes.
So yeah, and you said a pouch of 100 gold.
Yes.
Lit.
But I am assuming you will, tell them about what we have found.
What do you mean? What we have found?
Well, we played at the party.
I need to add. I almost added 600 gold.
Do that, and then don't tell Nick.
We are up to gold there. Okay, cool. I have the bag of tricks. I have the spell scroll, and I have the 100 gold. It was the guard we talked to about where Torga was probably traveling to, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the guard captain.
So she probably won't have any more information for us. Unless there's anything else anyone wishes to ask of the guard captain, I say we make our leave and find a nice warm tavern to rest in for the evening.
Actually.
Captain, do you have any recommendations on where we should stay?
Well, I will say before you head out, you said you were looking for Torga. I was able to ask around. It does seem that she did kind of change her normal path. It looks,
What, Torga's a she?
I believe so. Let me double check. I thought Torga was female. Let me double check.
She is.
Maybe they.
Yes.
I've definitely been referring to Torga as he pronouns for my entire notation.
Yes, Torga is she. Torga is she.
Big oof.
Can't you tell him?
Torga Icevein in her caravan. Yes, Torga Icevein is female.
Okay. Well, Asmodee ends in odd vowels, and you still don't know their gender, so.
Whoa. Mic drop.
Oh shit! Shots fired.
Okay,
Ultra.
so guard captain gives us reward. Tricks.
But it seems that she actually had to head north to Caer Dineval. Which actually is just on the other side of the lake from where you guys are currently.
In your opinion, is it faster to travel by foot or by boat? Doesn't care.
I mean, if you travel on the land, you're looking at about 9 hours with good weather. So by boat might be a little bit easier if you have access to a boat.
Just
Not saying
'Cause-
anything. Asmund
because
just sort of
you guys
shares a
are
glance
here
with the rest
on
of
the
party.
water.
right, but it took us what 3 hours to go from Dog Sled from here to East Haven. 3.5 hours.
Well, oh wait, yeah, no, you're right. So it'd be half travel. So 4.5. It'd be about 4.5 hours by dog sled.
I mean, we do have again, out of character. We do have a boat.
Yeah, we do have a boat.
Sorry, guys. I had Mexican for lunch. No.
Alexa, fart for me.
I'm glad I don't have an Echo Dot set up anymore. No. Here's the thing. By right of salvage, the boat is ours now.
By right of we took it.
We could use it to go to Caradinabal.
No, if I have to load all the whiskey back in that boat.
Listen.
Look, good news, guys! I have loaded all whiskey in the dog sleds.
So, no. I'm not, endorsing any shady behavior or anything, but we could always take the boat to Caradinabal. The chances of someone in Caradinabal recognizing the boat are probably a little bit lower, and then we could attempt to also sell the boat. I'm just saying.
Which
The
side
boat-
of the lake was the caves on? This side?
Yes,
The right.
the right side.
It will be on the east side.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys headed northeast along the shore.
Gotcha.
So we could attempt to sell the boat and make
East
a little
northeast.
extra money. And since we did not buy the boat, we don't. I mean,
It's all
even
good.
1 gold is profit. I mean, the boat plus the whiskey. This could be a fairly large payday for us. This could finance the rest of our travels for quite a while.
Why are we talking about this? I assume it's not in front of the guard captain, right?
Of course not. This could allow us to, I don't know, exist in a perpetual state of warmth rather than this oppressive cold.
It's not so bad.
I'm fine with this plan, but know that I am not good at deception, or discussion about sales, so
I just
I would be happy.
Asmodee just sort of looks at Jeb with an eyebrow raised, like, "Are you down? Because I'm down."
Sure.
Have I shown you the sea shanty version of that?
So, are we really about to
On the
go
break.
back and tell Hofgrim to take all of the whiskey that he just loaded onto the dog sleds and put it back on the fucking boat?
Who wants to break bad news to Hofgrim?
With a cauldron on his back the whole time? With a dead... Or no, you guys got rid of it. Never mind.
So,
You don't put that body in the
so is that the plan, or are we traveling by foot? Are we taking the dog sleds? 6 of one, half of
Sorry.
that, the other to me.
Sorry, how long was it by boat?
By boat, it'd probably be about...
If it only took us, from where we're at up to here was like 30 or 40 minutes.
Yeah, I would say probably 2 hours, 2.5.
So 2.5 hours by boat to Caradinabal, or 4.5 hours by dog sled.
Both make sense. The faster we get there, the more likely we are to catch them.
Didn't we say we had to return the dog sleds?
On the morrow. I believe, was it a 24-hour rental?
Okay. So if we take the boat to Caradinabal and we sell the boat, how do we get back to East Haven?
That's a good question. Maybe
How do we get back to East Haven in time to get the dog sleds back to Bryn Shander within 24 hours?
This is my question. What happens if we just don't return the dogs?
That's a good question. That's,
Asmodee always, pays their debts.
This is true. I have.
We just
Also,
pay extra for being
Halfling
late.
being lawful neutral has entered into an honorable negotiation with the proprietors of
We'll
this
just
dog
pay the
sled.
late fees with the money we made off of selling the boat.
Pay the late fees.
It's
Or we just never go back to Bryn Shander ever again.
Right.
We
Never.
sell the dog sleds here in East Haven, and we sell the boat when we get to Canada Boat.
right.
And then just walk
Or we-
everywhere else.
Or where's Kid?
We will have to go back to
What
Green
are
Shadow
okay,
at some
other
point.
than dog sled
Could we just
and,
maybe
and
sell the
foot
boat?
travel? Are
take
there
the
any
money out of
other
that,
like
pay somebody else to take the
expeditious
dog sleds back
methods
for
of
us?
travel
Um,
to the 10 towns?
Find a courier and be like,
Not
return
really.
Watch, we stopped playing the game and we just set up a transportation network around there, and that's what we
Just
role play.
corner the market.
Dude,
corner the
on
market.
transportation.
You sell all of this shit and just use the money to start a transportation service.
Is that a thing? Can we-
Yes, I'm down for
That's,
this.
that's our game.
If you want to do it.
Fuck D&D, man. Let's role play starting a business.
We're going to have to
Give us
negotiate
your
with upper tax
acquisitions,
rates with
eh?
each of the 10 towns of operation.
Yeah, this is basically Act Inc. all over again.
Tyler, you got those TPS reports for my.
I'm down for this.
Yeah, man, you have the.
So obviously, dog sled probably
Excel
most
accounting data, please?
most popular method. Other I don't know. Is anyone doing cross country skiing? I don't know. What would Hofgrim and Osmode have seen since they have come to the 10 towns as far as either
Transportation. Most people would most people would go from place to place either on foot or by sled.
Okay.
Like that's
Would-
those are the main modes of transportation.
Would Draven know
Sure.
Axe
Can I
Drone?
also ice water?
Yeah, I got you.
done deal mode. Okay. So I mean, so
Hey, Nick.
Trying to keep up with
Yeah.
people.
Would Draven know of axe beaks being in the area? That is a mode of transportation as well.
the fuck is an axe
Oh
beak?
yes,
What's an axe beak?
It's a chocobo with an axe for a face.
yes,
Okay, Hofgrim would know of that, and he would
Yes.
want one.
yes.
Asmodee does want to talk to the guard captain once the rest of the party.
Hofgrim would
Yeah.
know what an axe beak is, and he would want one.
Actually, being from the 10 towns, you would know what an axe beak is.
Okay, how much is one to purchase?
Insurance. About the price of a boat.
Hofgrim has multiple cases of whiskey he's not bringing back to the boat. He would sell for an axe beak.
Oh, so this is all you want. That's all I have to want.
You just said bird with an axe for a face, right?
They're awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
he
pretty
wants-
neat.
Oh fuck,
Like in Quest for Camelot?
bigger. So like in Quest for Camelot, but the size of a chocobo.
Yep.
I'll chocobo.
Cheers.
It's a chocobo with an axe for a face. For a beak, it's great.
I don't know, Beauregard probably would like to choke.
So basically,
My thoughts exactly.
Oh, it's a good bird.
so you can purchase an axe beak. A domesticated axe beak can be purchased in the 10 towns for about 50 gold.
That's all?
A rental, 24-hour sled rental was. Okay.
Hold on.
These rates are extraordinary.
Does Hofgrim have to choke a bitch after when he gets sent back to Brian
Hold
Shander?
on.
Hoffgrim's not even a barbarian.
It's-
He's about to go into a rage over these prices.
An axe beak is equivalency and stat block of a mule.
Okay. Okay.
So
Can I use
So
the
it's
mule is-
slower.
He wielded as a weapon, though.
So, yeah. So it's slower than a dog sled, is what you're saying.
yes,
Okay. But it's
and
sturdy.
but you can get them to pull a sled if you would like
Gotcha.
instead of
Instead of a
wolves.
team of dogs.
I'm
So
just-
Instead of a team of dogs, you can get a team of axe beaks.
Totally imagining this is like a normal ass village in the middle of a blizzard, and there's a bunch of frat bros on spring break standing in the middle outside the stables at the Axe Beak, being like, "Bro, I bet you $30 you can't pick one up and swing it like a weapon." And we're just sitting there, and townspeople are walking by like, "What the fuck are these people talking about?"
Well, actually, I think
Morgan's
one
making
axe beak
something.
would, based on the beast of burden trait that a mule has, substitute for a whole entire team of sled dogs, right?
Really?
We also
It says
Yeah, I believe so.
It has
Mule-
beast of burden. Yeah.
That
A
was
mule
my
is
understanding.
considered to be a large animal for the purpose of determining its carrying capacity.
Okay.
So even though it's a medium-sized creature, aka the size of a wolf, it has the carrying capacity of me in terms of 14. Well, what's the carrying capacity?
Okay. So
14
yeah.
times 20 times 2, whatever that is.
Well, I mean, so
14
an
times
animal
20
pulling
is
a carriage.
280 times 2 is
560.
560.
So yeah, that.
So an animal that is pulling a carriage, cart, chariot, sled, or a wagon can move weight up to 5 times its base carrying capacity, including the weight of the vehicle. If multiple animals pull the same vehicle, they can add their carrying capacities together.
I think we just.
Yeah, we could get a couple of those and just
glitch.
pull a whole bunch of shit.
So yes, and also
So, okay, this is how we start our transportation
yes,
network,
we get
boys.
nothing but axe beaks. All right, and if anyone has problem with it, we swing axe beak at person who has problem with it.
Shed on.
Yes, they will be.
Is there anywhere in East Haven? Is it one of the large? It is probably one of the
So
largest.
East Haven is the second largest.
So, is there anywhere we could find an East axe beak hatchery?
Do they hatch for eggs or are they mammals? Are they live birth?
Axe beaks are birds.
Giant eggs, yes.
Two.
All right, we steal all axe beaks from hatchery.
The chef inside of me really wants to make a massive, massive sunny side.
Axe beak omelet.
Grimky's just sad.
Oh.
Oh, sir.
No, but like before, like once the rest of the party left the guard captain's office, Asmodee would have sort of like
Hung back.
ushered everybody out, and then as everybody left, would have just pushed the door to behind them, and then turned around and looked at the guard captain, and would have produced the amulet with the insignia, and just sort of set it down on the guard captain's desk, and been like,
You're talking about the one that you've had on your person? Okay. Yeah.
and I would have set it down and been like,
Yeah, we took a short rest.
A short rest, but not a
separate to
full
my
rest.
party's
Not full
interests, I am looking for someone.
Spell
They
sponsors,
would be
but it's-
wearing
So is Bucky.
armor fairly similar to mine, an appearance similar to mine, and they would have been bearing this insignia. Has any of this crossed your city, crossed your gods, any time in the past 6 to 12 months?
We're not here for this, right?
Correct.
Unless anyone's trying to
You,
listen.
you and I are still doing whiskey duty.
No,
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not even in the area. You know, how do I say this?
No.
Your size is something we don't really get around here. So seeing another of your size, yes, I do have memory of this, but it has been quite a few months. They came into town, they stayed at the inn, and were gone just as quickly from what I saw, but I don't know what they were doing here. I didn't ask questions, but I do definitely recognize the insignia.
Which inn did they stay at?
They stayed at the White Lady Inn. It's on the north side of town, but not.
I gotta be on the north side.
Well, she'll kind of point out like on a map. It's like right here by the docks, and it's on a north point, but like the land continues going further, so it's not like on a north point, but it's like it's on the north side of the town in the docks area.
There's more information than I've received in recent times, so I appreciate your assistance. Thank you. And I will snag the insignia back off of her desk and make my leave.
For clarification, Draven would have noticed that Asmodee stayed back, shut the door, right, with my passive.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So would you have done anything to try to eavesdrop on said conversation or anything?
No, more so just as a note for
Just
me as a
mental
player,
note.
to know what he would have seen,
Yeah.
just what he would have noticed.
Yeah, you definitely would have noticed with your passive. There's a lot that you would notice.
What passive is that?
21.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. His passive is a 21. He's got. Although Jeb,
I
you're
rolled big
next.
Can I roll to see if I catch it?
Actually, with your passive, you would have noticed he stayed behind as well.
Asmodee was not like trying to be like, oh, they've walked down the hallway now. No, I'm gonna shut the door. No, Asmodee was like, okay, hey, everyone leave. I need to talk to somebody.
Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how clear you made that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asmodee was very much like, let everybody out of the room and then shut the door behind everybody.
Shozu just kept going.
Yeah, not surprised.
Looking for his next
Sounds about right.
knuckleheaded trout fix.
I mean, his passive's 11, so he just snake go slither.
Ha! That should be a meme.
So,
yeah.
Asmodee would eventually rejoin the group and say, so, I vote that we make our way to somewhere warm where we can get a hot meal and fresh alcohol.
This sounds good to me.
Take our rest for the evening and then make our way north along the shore and see if we can figure out what this witch was. Hag was going to rendezvous with.
This sounds good to me.
All right, so you guys.
Honestly, I would lead us to the White Lady Inn.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm assuming you guys would start making your way to the White Lady. Was there something there?
Yeah, Draven did want to look over to Asmodee and Giant, ask all is well, and kind of motion back towards the door, towards the captain's office. Basically just making sure you're okay.
Better news than I've received of late.
Draven will nod. And then continue walking. He's, again, checking in.
And then I'll start guiding in the direction that the guard captain pointed. I'll just be like, oh, he said this way. Let's go this way. We're the tourists in the town that don't know where anything's at.
Again, it's like you basically have like this shoreline that's a whole bunch of docks, and you're basically just walking down the equivalency of like a pier on the side. As you make your way down, you guys come up to the White Lady Inn. It's basically just looks like a standard musty old inn. But make your way in. As you walk in, you notice as you guys walk in, you notice a lawful good Strongheart halfling commoner.
What makes him lawful good?
It's just a description. Sorry. No, but a halfling commoner kind of off in the side, sitting around, currently plucking his fiddle, and telling the tale of
Have you destroyed a ring?
no, that the White Lady's husband was a miser who kept his treasure in a heavy locked chest that never left his side.
Is Draven familiar with this story?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
What's a miser?
Sorry, what kind of check?
Scrooge.
Sorry,
A Jew.
what was that?
Like Ebenezer?
Yeah, a Jew.
No,
What?
Miser, someone that's very, very focused on their money, and they're very, they're very. They
Scrooge McDuck.
Stand by what I
Scrooge
said.
McDuck, 100%.
Stand by what I said.
See, but Scrooge
So
McDuck,
Ebenezer Scrooge, Scrooge McDuck played Ebenezer Scrooge. It's fine.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck goes on cool adventures. This guy?
Okay,
Duck
now,
yes.
Draven, what was your question right there?
What kind of check?
I said history.
History?
Sorry, guys, I can say that. I'm Jewish.
Do I have advantage being from the 10 towns?
No, but it lowers the DC.
Okay. Only a 12.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have known about this, and hearing that this is the White Lady Inn, like basically it's a ghost that is rumored to walk on Lake Denshire, which is actually the lake that East Haven is on. So you would know that as by going to the White Lady Inn, you would assume that it was actually named after this White Lady that was a ghost story for the area.
Okay.
Did some Witcher vibes. With Ian White.
But as he's recounting the tale, he makes mention that perhaps it was the heavy chest that he kept on him that capsized his boat and sent the man into a sunken grave, or perhaps it was the fright of seeing his dead wife that caused him to capsize the boat and drown. But either way, he's certain that the man's treasure lies at the bottom of the lake, waiting for some intrepid explorer to find it.
Are we sure heavy chest isn't like
It's not a euphemism.
We don't have Shannon here tonight, so Wayne's trying to film it.
she's got huge tracts of land.
But as you walk in, the inn's sullen elderly proprietor walks up to you guys. He's a human. He walks up like, "Welcome, welcome. I am Bartaban. What can I do for you?" Bartaban.
I straight up thought you said barter.
BARTOB.
Ban.
I make all the
Bartaban. Bartaban.
Oh, wait.
Bean.
I mean,
Oh, wait.
looking for.
Would you mind bringing me a drink?
No.
Fuck you, that's way too far of a travel for us to bring you a drink.
Can I do a tea, please?
No.
Thank you.
Go big or go home.
Looking for lodging and food and drink for the evening.
We can manage that. Well, yeah, I can whip up some pints. It'll take a little bit to scrounge some food up, but I think I can get you.
Everything on a coin is now getting this treatment, but this is the beginning.
I really look forward to seeing the reaction. That is going to be impressive.
3 rooms?
It'll be hard.
3
I
rooms.
don't know what the group spacing is. I know me and Hofgrim get a room, and then I assume Draven, Shozu, and Czar get a room.
I'm
Okay.
having trouble with names, but I'm pretty sure Jeb.
Yes.
No, I can't get it for you. I have no bra on, and I've already seen David twice.
Jeb.
Jeb will need a room for his autoerotic
I'm already embarrassed.
Association.
shit that he does.
I didn't think he was down there.
So,
4 rooms.
Little Lizard.
Yes. I'll sleep in the stables.
Can we let the Little Lizard room with us?
He can sleep in pot.
3 rooms will be enough.
3 rooms. So we have the big man.
Wait, are we
We have-
there yet? Because we've been around. As far as I knew, we were
That's a good
still.
point.
We were still.
Oh yeah, you guys
learning.
are still moving stuff. So yeah, so those 2 are still not there, but yes.
I'm not gonna
So,
lie,
3
I
rooms?
love being a dick to your
3
character.
rooms.
Yeah.
It's
3
the
rooms,
best.
Food.
See,
Alcohol.
I'm gonna get in the pot and then I'll just like start a little
Can we
fire
just start a
underneath it
tab?
and then get nice and toasty.
Pay for the rooms.
And I'm
start
adding
the tab.
water to it.
Yeah.
How much
Sounds
for
fine.
rooms?
I mean, we are looking at.
This raucous laughter coming from the docks.
Did you catch that?
No.
He was like, you can sleep in the pot. And I was like, I'll crawl in the pot and make a little fire underneath it so that I'm nice and toasty in the pot. And he was like, yeah, you're going to wake up in the middle of the night and I'm adding water to it. We having cold balls for breakfast, boys.
Hofgrim's just leaning over the pot, just like.
It's the best slow cooker
Big
ever.
old ladle stirring it.
Just cutting
So-
carrots. Just like, what are you doing?
Doing conversion in my head,
So it's
24
like a-
silver. That's like 2.5 gold,
Yeah,
roughly, right?
exactly.
So yeah, it'd be 2.5 gold.
Go back
And
to
just
sleep.
slide 3
For the
across.
rooms.
They'll all be over
Okay.
soon.
Thank you.
Just let go.
Let the warmth take you.
All right. Let me go get you guys some pints.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
Grab me 12.
He's gonna bring in 2 6-packs. I bet you. I swear to God.
I was gonna ask for a winter porter, but if he brings in 2 6-packs, I'll have alabaster.
Real quick, while he's out of the room. It's not because he's out of the room, because we kind of somewhat paused for a second. Do you remember the girl that plays... he did.
Damn it.
Oh, I thought he did.
I thought you were actually going to bring in 2 6-packs.
Cause he said, "Can you bring me 12?"
Oh. He was like, you know he's going to bring in like 12 6-packs or 2 6-packs.
These are going to need...
Yeah, I was gonna say mine's right there.
That girl just got cast to be in HBO's Last of Us for Ellie.
Huh.
Name, but she was on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Maisie Williams?
No.
Oh, shit, that girl.
that chick.
I don't know how I feel about her being Ellie, but
So,
Wait, I think I missed something.
rooms
There
are
was like, The Last of Us show?
rooms,
That was announced like a year and a half ago.
yeah, HBO's doing a Last of Us series.
I didn't know that.
Written and
Yes.
produced by Neil Druckmann.
Did you hear Morgan
Yes.
Freeman say
Yeah.
that? What?
Yeah, Morgan's like, what? I wasn't paying attention. Then I heard Last of Us and HBO.
I really want Troy Baker.
Did y'all hear about Joss Whedon?
Holy shit.
Wow!
Corey showed up.
I was gonna say Corey's been technically there for a long time. That's just the first word he
I did
said.
not hear what happened to Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon's getting accused by every goddamn person under the sun, including Sarah Michelle Gellar, for misconduct and allegations of abuse on set.
Yeah.
Joss
Creator of
Jo-
Firefly, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Avengers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Morgan doesn't follow
I was already
that stuff.
upset enough about
Or his best film, Cabin in the
Expanse's,
Woods.
Cass Sandbar.
Yeah.
Or Marilyn Manson's No Means Yes.
Everyone.
Are you caught up on season 5?
I am.
You finished? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So
Which, by the way, I literally Googled that because they wrote him out in such a bullshit way. I was like, something happened.
you didn't know?
No.
What happened?
Oh shit, bro! I knew going into season 5.
What happened?
We'll save it for intermission.
Yeah.
Save it for
Yeah.
intermission.
Save for intermission. All right.
Remind
So,
us.
comes back and returns. Has
We're still
Extra tankards.
yeah. I was gonna say including you two, we're at 7, so 5 tankards. Comes over with 5 tankards. All right. Yeah, your rooms are ready for you whenever you'd like to drop your stuff off.
Cauldron.
Okay.
Make yourselves at home.
We'll,
Just put a pillow in.
well, I'll even up with you in the morning for the tab.
Okay. Why is this
And then, yeah, I guess the evening is ours to fuck about until if it took us 30 to 40 minutes to sail there, and then we have to travel another mile north, expecting 20 minutes of travel on foot to get there.
Why does that?
Sorry, guys. if that's
No,
not
that's
the-
that one was me. It's a whiskey front.
No, assuming 40 minutes of travel by boat, 20 minutes of travel by foot, we're looking at about an hour. I would say we should leave about 10:30 to start making our way that way. That way we can get set up and already be on site when this person arrives, whoever the hag was meeting with.
Wait, what did you want to drink?
And then we can be prepared for
A tea.
A tea.
whatever the situation is.
Like a sweet tea?
Yes.
Probably
Tea
what?
tea.
A sweet tea.
5.
Please.
Yeah, because it's probably been about hour and a half since you guys.
Short rest? Question mark?
I mean, a short rest is 30 minutes, so I mean, like you can do
Oh,
a.
short rest was an hour.
Oh, a short rest is an hour.
We don't,
Okay.
Have we long rested yet?
No.
But nor can we. We don't have the time frame.
If we long rest, we'll miss our rendezvous at midnight with whoever this person is that gave the note to the hag.
Then I will
This
short rest as well, you whores.
how are your spell
I'm
slots
very
looking?
tired, I'm
For
sorry.
being as quiet as you have been today, Zar, that is a little unnecessary.
Zar's gonna grumble and just
Nick,
wave
let
his
us
hand.
know when Grimgy and Hofgrim have finished with the whiskey unloading.
I mean, you guys have been done with the whiskey unloading. It's more of a
Standing at
you
the docks
you
waiting.
guys know that they went to go see the captain.
And I think
So at this point,
we would. I think
It's
I think
like
Grip-
it's like 6:30. We're already like 4 tankards deep,
Right,
and in the
Grip-
middle of a conversation, Asmodee's like,
I think Grimke and I would have gone looking for the captain at that point. Like we would have been like, "What the stick?"
I'm just following him.
Yeah, what the stick and so on. We should go see the captain then. So we'll go to the captain as well.
about
Okay.
the time they leave the docks to go visit the captain is when Asmodee shows up to the docks to look for them. So they've already
Jordan-
left as Asmodee is
Jordan
like,
would want to go
what the?
to try to help find our missing people.
Where did they go? We told them to wait.
Honestly, we wouldn't even be at the docks because we would have unloaded the last cask of whiskey. We would be at the sleds, and then we'd go from the sleds to the guard captain. So if you try looking at
Go to the docks.
yeah.
They're not at the docks. We
Oh,
go to the stables.
and all the whiskey's gone.
We go to the stables. We find the sleds full of whiskey, but no Hofgren and Grimke, and we're like, ugh.
Yeah. Can I notice tracks?
It's like the cartoon. We're like 30 seconds
Oh,
behind
yeah,
each other
yeah.
the entire time.
So we go looking for the guard captain. What I could remember the name. But we go to guard captain's office and
Arlagath. Captain Arlagath.
Arligat, yes. Pardon me, Captain.
Yeah.
We're looking for our friends who were here earlier.
Oh, I mean, they left quite a while ago.
We've been busy unloading lots of whiskey. At this point, I know you mentioned it earlier. You do now see the cauldron strapped on my back. But
Okay. I mean, I'm not sure where they would have gone to. The big one asked me a question about somebody, and I mentioned that they were. I had seen them staying in an inn, but this was months ago.
Which inn?
Would have been the White Lady.
Point me in that direction.
Yeah, and then I'll kind of point to it on the map, but as you like come in closer and kind of looking at the cauldron, it's like, what is that on your back?
It's something we stole from which we killed. Some type
Okay.
of cauldron of what did they call it? Plenty.
I think so.
Yeah, it's magic cauldron. It makes food.
30 gallons of stuff.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite heavy.
It's quite.
It doesn't seem that way, but okay.
I make light heavy things. How are you doing? How are you doing?
John, you played that one off so well.
She'll just kind of
Uh-huh.
Is there something else going on?
okay.
Okay.
And then like, yeah, so White Lady Inn is it over off the docks over this way.
Of course, you should come join us for a drink.
They're gonna show up and none of us are gonna be there. We're gonna spend 6 hours running around the city after
Your
each
guys'
other.
short rest is chasing each other around the city.
When do you get off work?
Benny Hill music.
Not really much at all. I don't tend to
She's
get off of work.
Go for it.
I can tell. It's a shame. If you ever want, just casual drink, come join. We'll probably be all evening drinking at this tavern you pointed us to. But we are looking if anyone interested in magic refilling food cauldron. Spread word around. I don't know why anyone would be interested in such a thing. Everyone looks hungry in this starving, resource sparse city. But I don't know. Spread the word around. See if anyone is interested in buying magic refilling food cauldron.
Okay. If I hear anything, I will
On the off chance
send them
anyone
to the
is
White Lady Inn.
interested. Oh, thank you. And like I said, take me up on that drink sometime. You look like you're overworked.
Okay, thank you.
Come, Kripke.
Yes.
So,
While you're walking, I'm actually. Would I have to roll
You
acrobatics for
like
that?
you probably barely come up to like his knees.
Like, yeah, like-
bro.
So
I actually
Hofgren's
looked.
like 7.5 foot tall.
There's actually a like race measurement
Oh,
thing
and
that
it
I was
shows
looking
like
the
side by
heights.
side.
And it shows like the kobold, and then there's the Goliath at like 7.5 feet tall, and it's like not even up to the knee.
I wanted to roll an acrobatics check to see if I could run up and just grab onto the cauldron and climb into it, stare on his back like Yoda, but inside the cauldron.
That's it. You-
I mean, if you're standing in the cauldron,
No,
like
I'm
like
on the ground right
He's
now. I
trying to
want to
get
jump onto him.
what I'm saying is, if you're trying to jump onto him and then like stand in the cauldron,
Yeah.
you probably can't see out the top of the cauldron.
I can hold on.
I mean,
Right, sucks.
So,
like,
Kobold is here.
like,
Goliath is up
Bless
here.
you.
Yeah.
Like-
How big
like-
the cauldron?
Oh, Cauldron is you could fit into it.
Yeah, but
you can fit into it, but what I'm
he
saying
said
is
we're not gonna be able to see
it's
anything that's
it's
happening.
probably
No.
yeah, I was gonna say
You're gonna
it's probably like 4 feet. I mean, 30 gallons.
You're my favorite.
It might be about 4 feet deep.
You'd have to like peer over the edge.
Now-
no, if you're talking 3.5 feet wide, you can no.
Okay.
30 gallons is only going to be about that deep.
30 gallons. Okay, so
Trust me, I work with 25
that's true.
gallons.
That's true.
all day.
That's true. That's true. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're wanting to, like, Yoda style, like, look over his shoulder, you'd have to, like, stand on the rim of the cauldron
That's fine.
and then, like, hold onto his back and then, like, look over his shoulder.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Not even asking permission. Just do
Yeah.
it.
Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check for the fuck of it.
That is a 15. And I believe I'm proficient.
Yeah.
And I'm letting him do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, your size and carrying capacity, you don't even notice until he's like right here.
I feel the hot kobold breath on my
Basically.
What the fuck, Jay?
neck. Shivers. Alright, we will make our way to tavern with Cauldron and Kobold strapped to back.
Okay.
About the time.
Hand wavy time magic.
About the time they make their way back.
You guys are all at the end together at
We
this
show
point.
up 5 minutes late.
Order local. No. Cardi B.
Don't they charge like 30% delivery fee?
They do.
Oh, dude,
They
it's
paid $5.5 million for that ad.
yeah.
$5.5
The-
million
the
and
Wayne's
they
World
they want
Uber
us to
Eats ad.
support
Local business.
Local
by-
business
yeah.
when they
The Wayne's
charge
World
30%.
Cardi B
I
ad.
remember the Wayne's World. I don't remember what it was though.
Damn.
It was for Uber Eats.
No, I'm saying I don't remember what local.
Alright, we're going on tangents.
Sorry.
We're going on tangents.
That's
The whole
what
thing,
happens
they
when
were
take
brainwashing
more
you to order local food.
It's about to be 5.
Heyo.
So-
So we meet back up at tavern. Hey, we finally find you. Good news. Kripke and I have loaded all whiskey to sleds. We are ready to take
So,
off.
about that.
Do tell.
You took them all off the boat?
Yes, not a one
Good.
whiskey.
We're
is
going
on-
to use the boat tonight.
No, of course, we're going back to caves.
Yes. And then we might be taking the boat to Cardinaval tomorrow. We might be selling the dog sleds tonight.
But dog sleds are not ours.
Here's a tankard. Enjoy that, and we will discuss this in the morning.
I am confused. Halfgrim has entered into negotiation with good proprietor Brian Schender in good faith that we return dog sleds on the morrow. It would not sit well with me, Asmodee, if we sold them improprietely.
Well, we can always find a way to get the dog sleds back, but I think we might take the boat to Cardinaval.
Is this... why are we going to Cardinaval? Is this where our quarry is?
Yes, actually, after our conversation with the god captain, that is apparently where Torga is heading, or where Torga currently is. Time is a weird fourth-dimensional concept that a lot of mortals can't comprehend.
Do not play with my 19 intelligence.
Wait, what?
Yes, I point to armband. This gives me 19 intelligence.
I'm very confused suddenly.
Hashtag magic items.
I think our current plan is to just hang out here, not drink too much.
So why did you hand me tankard?
Because you need to relax, big man. You're a little stressed after unloading all that whiskey, and I know it took a lot of self-control not to drink all of it.
I kind of share an awkward glance with Kripke about how much whiskey actually remains.
There are 13 cases left, yes?
Was there 13 and a half?
About 9.
It was 13 and a half.
There are 13 cases remaining.
Damn, you polished off $6.
Can I insight check that?
Roll an insight check.
Oh, I rolled shit.
He seems pretty
I rolled a-
sloshed.
I rolled a 10.
He's not hard to read,
You
but
could light a torch with my breath.
yes.
So do I reasonably believe that we have 13 crates right?
Well, that's the thing. You're not sure.
It could be. It smells like straight butane coming out of my mouth right now.
Perfect.
You could reasonably suspect that there
Offgrim
are.
has a breath weapon.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I don't know what someone else
Dragonborn.
do. Just use firebolt and like set fire to something.
Doesn't that actually have a breath weapon?
So yes,
Yes.
there are 13 crates loaded up. So you're suggesting we take boats to meet this hag contact, and then we proceed on to Caer Dineval, so that our quarry does not escape us tomorrow if they leave.
Affirmative. That is what we discussed partially after our conversation with the guard captain while we were running around the city trying to locate each other. It's what, like 6 o'clock at this point?
Yeah, with all the random walking around chasing each other shenanigans. Yeah, it's about 6:30.
Jeb, are you still interested in discussing with some local... Well, I mean, do we even really need to discuss with local shop owners now that we
No.
have a fix on Torga's position? Do we even need to discuss with the local shopkeepers?
Jab.
Jeb?
There we go.
Hello?
We can take a time before we do this. I'm just in the corner of the bar, kind of fiddling with my broken pistol while all this is going on. So I'm kind of not really minding too much business to your guys' activities.
Sorry, you're fiddling with your what?
Pistol.
Broken pistol.
Oh! Gotcha.
No,
Not sex stuff.
Even with that 19 intelligence, it still goes straight to the gutter.
no,
That's the best way to do it.
he was asking now, since you guys have a fix on Torga's position, do you guys really need to go around and talk to the shop owners about where Torga is?
Well, unless we want to discuss, and I kind of shift the 50-pound cauldron that is just slap
stop
tethered.
acting like it's heavy.
It is not. It is digging into my back. I'm at least going to.
Set it down. We have a whole room upstairs.
Well, you tell me this.
Oh my.
You just handed me tankard.
Oh, and you.
Nah, we're good.
Asmodee has a mask on, and
we
you
got a,
cannot see any
lead
facial
on him,
features, but there is
her.
just a look
Nice.
of exasperation of just like, oh my god, we've done this so many times. Oh my god.
Oh my
And
god.
just, without even looking at you, Asmodee just hands you the key.
I take a key and I will be back. This has been digging into my shoulder for the last 3 hours. I've been holding, and I just kind of grumble off in giant up this. Is there a stair? I don't even know it's a stair. It's maybe
Yeah. So you guys are kind of in the common area right now, and then there's going to be a staircase up to where you get to the actual rooms themselves. So while you're heading up the stairs and you get to the rooms and you've got the key and everything like that, somebody comes in and sees you guys and walks up and is like, is there a big man carrying a cauldron in your party?
I don't believe he's any longer carrying a cauldron, but we do have a big man and a cauldron.
Well, so the guard captain sent me to come find you. It seems that there's somebody that might be interested in procuring this cauldron. Speaker Daneth Whalen has invited you to a private meeting in the town hall to discuss procuring this cauldron. If you could make haste, if you have no current plans.
I come downstairs and I'm like, oh, it feels so good to be rid of that cauldron.
Hey, Offgrim! Hey, buddy!
Finally, I'm working out the knots in my back.
Buddy! Hey, so about that cauldron.
The one that I just put upstairs at your behest. Yes, I'm grateful that I've been given a break from carrying around that cauldron.
Hey, buddy. So, here's a tankard.
Yeah. Now I have two tankards.
Sit down for a second.
Of which to enjoy a cauldron-less free beer.
Sit down for a second. How does that tankard taste?
so smooth now that I don't have the edges
So,
of that cauldron
hey,
digging into my
buddy,
back.
So about that,
Hey.
I'm gonna need you to go upstairs
Uh-huh.
and get the
Don't
cauldron.
chew on USB cables.
I'm sorry,
No,
what?
he's good now.
Because we have a meeting with the speaker about possibly selling the
What
cauldron.
does the speaker want to speak about?
He wants to
Don't
speak.
speak of Levo speak.
He wants to speak to us about procuring the cauldron.
Do you want me to go back and get the cauldron?
If you could, it would be fantastic.
Just down
let's
the
just-
down,
let's
just
just-
like no eye
let's
contact
just-
breaking,
hey,
just
hey,
splat.
Let's not make a big deal about this one.
Yep.
I promise.
No words, just down the tankard.
We will ju-
Said it
Hey,
gently.
Hey. I know there was like 4 bottles missing out of that whiskey.
What do you think I'm shaking?
How about instead of selling 13 cases, we only sell like 12 or 11? And the rest are for you.
How far to the town hall?
And everyone's gaze just shifts.
So, the town hall, so it's actually about, so you guys are right here at the inn currently?
Yeah.
Right here's the town hall. The town hall, you guys know where it's at because outside the town hall is where the execution was going on when you guys entered the town.
Back where I think the locals called it Burning Man?
That was enjoyable. Yes. Alright, I go get coffee.
It wasn't as colorful as I remember it.
I don't think you were on drugs this time.
As far as you know.
Alright, Hofgrim in muttering in giant again goes back up the stairs.
I heard that! In giant.
In giant, yes.
Draven just laughs.
I was gonna say,
I would say Draven just last.
I was gonna say as Draven laughs maniacally. No,
He quite enjoys it.
Lead on to this speaker, Deneth.
So, you guys go ahead, grab the cauldron, start making your way. As you guys get to the town hall, you walk in, and Speaker Daneth Whalen is sitting there at the end of a giant table and sees you coming in. He's like, "Oh, yes, you're the group that the guard captain was telling me about. Please, have seats. It seems you guys have a cauldron of plenty."
It is a cauldron. It is
We do.
identified as
Quite plentiful.
having plenty of room.
I mean, that would come greatly to help our citizens here of East Haven, considering food tends to be a somewhat scarce commodity. Would you perhaps be willing to sell it?
We would be interested. What are you offering?
And he puts a small sack on the table. And when I say a small sack, like it looks like it's got a little bit of stuff in it, but like it's not like overflowing. But it's a very small sack on the table. He's like, I'd be able to give this up.
I'm sorry, my powers of perception are failing me, but I can't see through the sack to determine what is inside of it. We are sitting at such a distance from each other across this long table.
This is true. I mean, you guys can come down. It's just there's a long table. We tend to have much bigger meetings than
Is this like the Coming to America table?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes.
He's all the way at the other end of the room, and we're just sitting down here having a normal conversation.
So it is what I have gathered. Hopefully it should be enough. It is 5 gemstones, each worth 500 gold.
Does anyone know the approximate value of
I do. I googled it as soon as we got the cauldron.
How much?
Oh, we're getting cheaped. Hofgrim will stand up from the table, very obviously. So, pardon me, Speaker Deneth. I appreciate the time, but maybe come get us when you have serious offer for such a unique item to your own.
And if it is
Own town.
as important to the sustenance of your people as you say it is, perhaps a more appropriate offer is could be put in mind.
We have other business elsewhere. We have rooms for the night, but please do come and find us again if you have a.
I will say, we did notice upon our arrival to the city a rather grotesque display of violence as you were all burning a sorcerer or a wizard at the stake. If they were as dangerous as you say, then mightn't they have had some form of magical items on their person that you confiscated?
What-
We might be interested in something like that. That might sweeten the deal a little bit. But as
That's what I was led to believe that the guard captain gave you for your quest.
And we have, accomplished that one task. But the selling of this magical cauldron was a separate entity. Unfortunately, we could not part with it for such a sum. If you could sweeten that deal as well, then we might be more persuaded. Until then, we have other business to attend to, Speaker, but we do thank you for your time. I will then rise from the table and begin to depart.
as Hofgrim rises from
Roll,
the table, Asmodee's just like,
Hofgrim, roll me a persuasion check.
again, no facial expression, but Asmodee's just like, damn, well, and just pushes away from the table and stands up and starts walking out.
14.
Okay. So he's like, well, let's not be too hasty. Okay, fine. This is the absolute most I can actually do. And he brings up another sack that has an additional 10 500 gold piece gemstones.
7,500 total.
Yes.
Sorry, how much total?
So it's 15 500 gold piece gemstones.
For a grand total of 7,500 gold. 750 platinum.
That's a lot.
Which I will say, I'm out of everything. I'm actually I'm not seeing anything that has a like gold value for a Cauldron of Plenty. Everything is referring to the stat block that's in this book, which doesn't have any price.
I literally just sent it out into Google, and I got 15. Maybe it was
It's a wondrous item.
right. Maybe it was
Yeah.
price to make is what I was looking at, but
That could be.
I saw something at 12,000.
Oh,
So 7,500 is not bad. Out of character, I say we make him sweat. I say we go back to the inn for the night, keep the cauldron with us, come back in the morning, and I know he said this is the most he can offer, but come back in the morning and be like, hey, last chance, we're leaving town. See if he sweetens the offer anymore. If he doesn't, we take the 7,500 and go.
Yeah.
Because 7,500 gold is going to keep us set for a while.
I mean, that's
which that's the other thing.
This is all
Out of character. Looking into all this, people like looking at Rime of the Frost Maiden as a game is like, why the fuck are they giving first level characters 7,500 gold in a opening quest? This is bullshit.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
7,500
yeah.
gold plus the money we're going to get from selling the whiskey.
That's
plus the money from the boat.
1,000. Almost. Oh, that's 1,075 gold per player if we're not even keeping party gold. So yeah, that's a substantial amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But at the same time, I do like Tyler Asmodee's idea of just
Make him sweat.
a little bit. And once he offers second pouch, I go.
We will consider.
We are not leaving just yet, but we hope that this offer is on the table for at least give us another day to consider our options. We have other business to attend to. You understand?
There
Of
are
course,
a few
of
other
course.
interested parties, and I'm willing to make a deception check if you want me to.
Go ahead.
I'm okay with
he's
I'm
rolling
okay. I'm
this.
okay with that deception. A deception modifier.
While he's rolling that, I have a couple of rules questions.
Ooh.
Natural one. You
That's a
had,
natty
you
one.
had to. You had.
Oh, that's my first roll of the night. That does not bode well, friends.
There may be other interested parties, but I can almost guarantee that nobody will be outbidding me. As I have
Fair
the
enough, but,
town's coffers
I'm
behind me.
sure you understand.
I mean,
Speaker, if I may,
Importance of
there are other speakers that have far more pull, yes?
No, actually,
Perhaps
this is the
Prince
second
Shander's
largest. This
speaker
is the
would be
second largest
interested.
town.
so yeah, I was gonna say. So outside of going back to Brinshendar, I believe this is the second largest town. Yeah.
So,
Right. But Draven's saying we can possibly get more out of someone else. With,
True.
You know, in Bryn Shander, because it's the fucking capital.
Yeah.
However, speaker, we
Trying to cover up Asmodee's fumble there.
we do appreciate. We know that we could rightfully assume that it would be in good hands with you. However, like Asmodee said, we have to consider all of our options, and we do have other business to attend to. Might we reconvene tomorrow?
Well,
And-
yes, absolutely. I said you could take a day.
Excellent, excellent. And
He wants it so bad.
the cauldron will remain with us until we have decided our.
Okay.
Okay.
I wonder if there's like a ball or something that got knocked under it.
As Hofgrim is still had not sat back down at this point, he will kind of nod and acquiesce.
Ooh.
And shall we, friends? Speaker, thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys. I will be looking to hear from you by tomorrow.
Of course. You may find us at the White Lady Inn.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then we walk out in giant, let's say, to Asmodee. 7,500 is not a bad deal. You see how quickly he sweetened the pot once we.
As you guys are leaving, he's like, or actually, no, never mind. Scratch that. I screwed that up myself, but that's fine.
As we see how quickly he sweetened the pot once we.
He was willing to swindle us.
We made clear we were willing to walk away.
I mean, at the end of the day, we have a cauldron that can keep us and our friends fed whenever we want, with more than enough food to sustain us.
Food truck.
10
Fuck
towns
the
food.
campaign.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
your story. That's it, boys. All right. Throw away your weapons. Pick up your spatulas.
Oh my god. Okay, where'd that wagon go? Go back and get that wagon.
This is what we roleplay for the next, God, this sucks because now I'm working 6 nights a week. Fuck.
Area can pull it.
I'm going to be working 6 nights a week. I'm going to be sitting here calling out, I need 3 orders of fries. Stab.
No. It's just one bowl of soup. That's all we can do. We
It's
got
all-
one
Make
thing.
me up a bowl of
I mean,
soup. But then you have
to be fair, I have create food and water, guys. So
Yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
a bullshit.
I can also help out
That's
with
a
this.
tasteless gruel and water, and you know that.
But then you have a woman with short hair walk up. Can I see your manager?
Oh no. The Karen! I activate all my runes.
Roll initiative.
You see a Karen approach. Roll initiative.
I cast Deflect Manager.
I do need to ask you a couple questions about these rules, though, Nate.
Deflect manager.
'Cause I just found something on my character sheet that I'm very curious about now that we've not discussed yet.
I will say it is 9:30 if we want to take an intermission soon. We did start playing about 7:45, 8 o'clock.
How are you guys doing over there?
If we had started at 7, this would be our normal. This
Correct.
would be our normal break time. So it's up to everybody.
I would love to get through at least the bounty
Yes,
portion of this
agreed.
before
I think
the end of the
I mean,
session.
if we took a 15-minute break at some point, I don't think that would hamper us too much.
The old 15-minuter.
Would you put your video on? I can't tell that you're on the screen.
I don't have my camera plugged in because Kaylee was using it for physical therapy for Natty.
You can just say you're naked. It's fine. You know.
I don't have pants on, but I do have a shirt on.
CJ's too busy with a video game.
Oh.
Wrong.
That was a good bird.
He's like, oh damn, I'm called out. I gotta set the controller down.
Well, I noticed because he was going like this earlier, and we were like, Jeb, what was that?
Hold on, I have to briefly look to my left.
Unrelated to what's happening.
So yeah, if we want to go ahead and take a break here for a quick 15 minute.
Quick 15 minutes.
I really gotta pee. I gotta get a refill of my water, and I gotta drink more.
And we're gonna take another shot.
Well, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
So
15-minute break. Okay, bye-bye.
Burb.
So I need to read this to somebody and have them explain it to me.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this a ranger
This
thing?
one? It's just a ranger.
Which technically,
Correct.
because they're being caused by what's or nuts.
Frost Maiden.
Kit Kat. Oh, no more. Who was that?
Who?
Cat.
Drake?
Oh, that was Clementine.
Clementine
Looks like
is
she wasn't having any
more
of it.
than good. She's great.
She's annoyed with me. I picked her up. Also, Bunny Mage.
Oh, that's awesome.
Roly poly oly.
Oh no. So it begins.
What?
No. No.
Oh God, no,
Please God, no.
no.
Why not? What's wrong with roly poly oly?
My nephew. Well, I
Preferably
guess
not.
my nephew watches that, so I've
Does that mean you're not allowed to like it?
not like it's either Blues. Like I will watch the hell out of some Blues Clues.
Why?
If it's good, do we can too.
God damn it.
Y'all are nerds.
Here's the mail,
Oh.
it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail every time I wanna wail. Meow.
Oh no.
What happened?
Oh no no no!
I might have accidentally broken the cap off of this, so a lot of my
Ooh.
paint just went all over my. It went into the actual paint tray, but that wasted a lot.
Ooh, that's not good.
That sucks. Dang it. That's sad.
Yep. See,
I'm very sad now.
Dick cheese?
dick cheese. Is that? Oh, I know what version you guys are playing. That's awesome.
What?
It's Richard Cheese WAP. So Corey, I gotta ask, how's things on your side of the transportation?
What do you mean in regards to like?
I just with the weather and everything, it's just making just my job a living hell, and it just is annoying. I almost had to stay late myself.
Yeah, I mean the weather's been super mega rough, but it's lately for me it's just carriers.
Oh, okay.
What game is this? Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, why is everyone playing that game all of a sudden? What is it? That's what Hassel's been playing the shit out of it. Yeah, he's streamed it today.
Yes. I'm listening.
It's not me.
Oh,
Without you all.
And we are live.
all right, we are back.
We are farmers.
Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Okay, so we are back.
Shameless plug. Shameless.
I wish that we
This episode
were...
brought to you by no one.
By the way, did anyone? Okay, there's a side break. TikTok that was really funny. It was like this girl is just like, we are not rehab for broke men.
I saw
And then the
and
guy
that's
was like,
hilarious.
we are not banks for broke women. And then the other guy was just like, we are farmers. Bump it up, bump, 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 bump.
It was perfect.
It was
I've
perfect.
seen that exact one, yes.
That is
Okay.
fucking
Do you
great.
mind switching the audio back over to this, or is it already
So
switched over?
stupid.
It should be back.
It's so great.
Oh, okay.
It's on optical.
I'm not hearing anything.
That's so fucking stupid.
Make sure that that's set to
It's
optical.
It
It's
really
so
is.
funny. It's just like,
Visual audio.
we are farmers.
Yeah, SB,
Bump it up, bump, bump, bump,
the
bump.
SBD audio.
And he's just doing it with like a straight face.
Okay, let's turn the soundbar off and turn it back on. Because that usually fixes
So
it.
when
I actually saw a guy who 3D printed a business card embosser, and it literally embosses his IT business cards, embosses on the card with
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
So,
Talk to corporate like a boss.
So do we do
Director's
magic
memos.
hand wavy in tavern till we get on boat and go find?
I was gonna say, at what point in time are you guys here? Let me turn on Spotify because I know that was working earlier. Spotify.
I'm surprised that it scrolled so smoothly.
I don't belong here. Thank you.
So yeah, Spotify works just fine.
That almost came out sounding like Hamilton.
Yeah.
Why are some of these things working in some?
God, Nick finally watched it.
Sorry, guys. You really? Finally?
Finally watched it.
Like weeks ago.
I'm sorry, it came out in April.
I just
Would you finally watch?
I finally watched Hamilton.
I'm sticking with these two
I've
guys
never
for the
seen
rest of
it.
the night.
Yeah, but
Just
like you're not
randomly
cultured.
Just,
Why are we
I
not-
may have just rolled all the magic.
Just not
down, but,
cultured?
I'm
kidding.
superstitious enough.
I'm
that if
surprised
I roll
Kaylee
two-
hasn't wanted you to watch it.
I'm not rolling that natty one the rest of the night.
I feel like she would really like it.
I feel like I'm Jester. I just put dice in jail.
Hamilton is by far one of the
It's
best
so
productions I've seen in recent years.
It's so
Here's my thing with Hamilton.
Guys, I'm sorry.
It's really good. Don't get me wrong. My biggest complaint. Every single
There's
word.
not more.
No, every single word of that entire thing is sung as a musical. It's always at 11. Like there's no down up down
Here's
up
my-
down up.
Here's my
There's-
only thing.
Hate Les Mis.
No,
That's what I don't understand is he loves Les Mis.
I love Les Mis.
Bruh.
I don't. That's what I was just
That-
about to
yeah.
say.
Yeah,
But Les-
I would hate Les
I
Mis.
don't get it.
No,
He loves it.
it's not that I like.
We're tangenting again.
We
got
we
tired
are
of musical theater. That's
we
what it
are.
is.
My
I
thing
don't know
is
how
it's
interested you are in theater, but you have 3 theater
I was saying
nerds.
all of us are
it's
right
it's
here.
it's more of an opera. As an opera, great. As a musical, like even Phantom of the Opera has speaking. Like, I mean, I just there should be some hill
There
or
is
some
some
valleys
speaking.
with the hills.
There's no speaking.
There's no
the
speaking in
middle of the
Hamilton.
Yeah, no, that's not true. at
That's
all.
rap.
No. There's a couple lines where he's like, yo, I fucked this
Alright,
bitch.
alright.
Yeah,
Okay,
when he's like,
we're gonna be here
"Yo,
for-
I
we're
fucked
gonna
this
be here for
bitch in
hours on
time
this.
with the rest of the music." Rap, wiki
We're gonna be
wiki.
here for hours.
Anyway,
Back
sorry.
to the game.
So
Back
okay,
to the game.
so
This is pretty funny, if you ask me.
okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot y'all were here.
No, anyway, so you guys are in the tavern. At what point in time are you guys wanting to head back out? Are you
About, honestly, like 2 hours before we think it's midnight.
And we give us.
okay?
enough
So
time.
so you're wanting to head out like around 10 o'clock to try to get to the thing to meet at midnight.
Yes.
Or
Give us enough time in
to
case
go
we
at
get
midnight.
lost. We have enough time to get back on track, or ideally, if we don't get lost, to get there and set up and be prepared
in position.
in position for when the other party, this unknown party, arrives.
Or even if we get to caves, it said meet at caves at midnight, then walk 1 mile north. Yes, this is what map said.
Let me double check.
It said at midnight.
Wait till midnight.
Yes.
Head north along the shore for 1 mile.
So to me, it says then once you get to caves, you wait till midnight, and then you head 1 mile. That is my interpretation of it.
So do we want to follow the 1 mile path
I say we.
after midnight,
follow
assuming
the
that this
8 mile
person this party might be observing us?
It's I we stick to map.
It was on the map, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the map.
My concern is that many of
Roll
us
the
have
map.
used
That's
our spell slots for today.
I understand, but
there's a crease through which.
I was just about to say there's a goddamn crease through Wichita.
Does Tyler know what we're referencing, or is he just laughing at the fact
No,
that we
it
have
was-
the same brain?
Yes, you two were both on the same page immediately.
some of
Twister.
those of us who are the frontliners do not rely on long rests. We'll just say that.
I'm lacking a few.
How's
I
our
am the
wizard
one that
doing?
picks up those frontliners, yes?
That's my question.
I am more than capable of sustaining myself on the front line. I just don't have a few of my pocket abilities that benefit me when friends are not within range.
That is assuming that you stay awake, my friend. That you might be able to handle yourself.
Whoa, I don't know about you, but I've never fallen unconscious in the middle of a fight before. Not as far as I can remember.
That does not sound like that does not sound like Asmodee. You say that again, we drown you on like.
Draven just stares at you like, I watched you go down. Kind of look, just.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
Like I said, we find other Yeti, we rough him up, and then Asmodee comes in and regains his honor back.
What big man said? That 19 intelligence is showing.
Seriously though, how's our wizard doing?
Oh, I need spell slots bad.
That's my concern.
I do not think. Look, why would Hag have map that leads to other enemy? I think this is more not so much meeting as something it will be shown to us. Something will be revealed, and it just takes the midnight to show it. So I mean, we should always be prepared. Yes, and this is being said while we're on boat. Yes.
So you guys are on boat heading to the caves?
So we have gained a short rest, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Corey,
You have more than gained a short rest.
I don't know if you know about Arcane Recovery.
I already used it last session.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've done like 3 combats since we've had a rest.
Yeah, we have not rested, had a long rest in a while.
It's been like
No,
2
we haven't.
sessions.
Our magic users can still use cantrips, and they can still support from the.
I don't even have a dagger.
Cantrips! Fire and Bolt is life!
Firebolt!
Yeah, that's all good. I'll be pew-pewing until the end of my days.
Firebolt!
I'm not too concerned. I've regained most of my abilities on short rests.
That's not bad.
And my HP is nothing to be concerned about.
I
I am good.
I
for
feel
the fight.
like 100%.
I am good for the fights, and between me and Asmodee, we can handle, I think, anything this land can throw at us.
If only this deity that is in charge of this world would grant me a progression in my power.
Holy shit!
I might be able to do even more, but no.
Damn.
One of these days.
Well, hey,
one of these days, Asmodee will
maybe
be more
if we
capable.
finally, after 4 sessions, track down the quarry.
Very true. Very true.
Wait, what does Corey have to do with this?
I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't gonna actually say it.
So yeah, I would assume we head towards the caves and give ourselves enough time to. Are we waiting at the caves till midnight and then heading north 1 mile, or are we just heading north 1 mile from the caves and just waiting?
I say we wait on the outside of the caves until we can more or less accurately deem it as midnight, and then we trek the 15 to 20 minute walk.
We have a keen minder here, right?
Do we have a key
Yeah,
minder?
Draven will just look over at at Zar and be like, "You will know when midnight is, yes?"
And Zoe's gonna be like, "Are you talking to me?"
Yes.
Are we sure we want to rely on the keen minder who is questioning whether we speak to him or not?
Did someone say something?
Did someone say Abe Lincoln?
I always know what time it is. Right now it is exactly
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, God.
A Jew here.
I'm sorry, what does religion have to do with
what
it?
time is it?
Sorry. So you guys are on the lake right now, heading about 30 minutes up. You guys left about 2 hours before, so you're looking at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna say it's about 10:48.
Of course, because it is exactly 10:48. Says my brain.
I will say, and this is just to set a precedent because this is how I will rule keen mind in my game. If anyone ever if anyone ever gets it, keen mind.
Basically, next
Keen
level.
mind lets you know basically when a new day begins and when a day ends, and you keep track of sunrises and sunsets. It does not give you an exact moment, but you are always aware of the general.
That doesn't make sense. If you know exactly when it's sunrise. and
what's
sunset,
crazy?
then you clearly know how long it's going to be till said sunrise and sunset.
Yes, but not down to the exact second. We're talking in the span of the DM saying, okay, it's between 10:30 and 11. That's how I would rule it. Because if you read the spell, it says you have an idea of when the sun rises, when the sun sets, when the day begins, when the day ends.
Sure. But again, I'll say for the sake of argument, it's about 11 or 10:45.
And 12 seconds.
It's high noon.
At that point,
I was
we
thinking the
reached
same
back
thing.
to the caves. Yes, we're back at the caves.
Because you guys said you were leaving about 2 hours before midnight.
Yes.
It takes 30 minutes to get to the caves. So you guys are at the caves. It's about 10:45. So you guys have an hour and 15 minutes to kill before midnight.
Well, this would go a lot quicker had we left some whiskey on the boat.
Do not look at me,
Asmodee's
big
just
one.
looking off to the side, just like, I don't know what you're talking about. very, very much grabbing the drink and just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do not carry a flask on you, big one.
For me, yes.
Then you should be fine. Yes.
Yes, I think I left a few bottles in the cauldron.
Okay, hold on. Can we pause real quick? If you put whiskey in a cauldron, because water makes stew, what does whiskey make?
Whiskey stew. Yeah.
Whiskey. I was gonna say whiskey stew.
Better stew.
It's gonna be, it's gonna be pickled.
Pickled stew.
Oh god.
Because alcohol pickles things.
Although Halfgrim would have left the bottles intact in the cauldron.
So the entire time we've been moving around, all you hear is clank,
Yeah.
clank, clank from the cauldron. It's
Every time I shift.
the occasional.
Oh. Whiskey stew.
Someone has to fish the glass out.
Oh god. Then you take a bite, and then you just get like a little piece just right in your gullet, and just.
No, it's either gristle or glass.
That's how he does
Why
it.
is, why is my
that's
throat
why you're
burning
a
more
cleric.
than normal?
It's like Goldschlager.
Yep.
That's when she looked me dead in the eyes and said the last words I remember. Let's try Goldschlager.
I played Flippy Cup with Goldschlager one time.
Sorry, that was Psych when
yeah.
Gus gets married. Anyway, no, so you guys are kind of hanging out. Are you guys doing anything, or you want me to use time wavy magic to skip to right about midnight?
I think we should RP for an hour and a half.
Go for it.
Did you say argue for an hour and a half?
He said RP for an hour and a half. He wants you guys to role play for an hour and a half. Well, no, I just that's what I was saying. I was like, if anybody wants to do any role playing, now's the time for it. If nobody wants to do any role playing, hand wavy time magic.
Halfgrim would now that the group is all together, he would troach on the subject. What do we all think of the speaker's offer on this cauldron? 7,500 gold it's not bad.
Personally,
Is it right now?
I think 7,500 is more than acceptable. I've had luck with not accepting the offer immediately, coming back to accept it later, and their attempts to persuade us, possibly offering more. Do I think the speaker will offer more? Maybe not. Maybe he is offering everything he can give. But at the end of the day, we give him a chance to possibly reconsider and maybe sweeten the offer more.
I prayed on it, and God said that we're not getting a better deal.
Fair enough, Lizard.
What about you, Geb, Draven, human wizard whose name I forget because we only play this every 2 weeks?
Draven will look over at Jevin to see if he's planning to say anything first.
Zara, that's right. Damn.
Honestly, the amount he gave us the second time, I feel is good.
I'm confused real quick, guys.
What's what's up?
I was the one that noticed the cauldron.
What do you mean you were the one that noticed the cauldron?
Wouldn't I know how much it's worth too?
Yes, but what I'm saying, like, I have looked up and done Google searches for it. I couldn't find what it's worth. Everything just references Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, page 314, which says, this cauldron is made of a thick copper that is turned green with age. It is 4 feet wide with a mouth of 3.5 feet in diameter, weighs 50 pounds. It can hold up to 30 gallons of liquid, and bosses blah, 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 blah. Cauldron of Plenty cost. Aura, strong conjuration.
So that's probably
So
the
why don't
cost
we-
to create.
I mean, I guess.
So the cost to create it is about 15,000 gold. But so the cost to create it is 15,000 gold, but nothing in this book gives a hey, it is worth X amount because
there's no gold value attached to it, unfortunately.
there's no gold value attached to it. It just says, hey, this is what it does, because you're supposed to, out of character, sell it off to this guy for an exuberant amount of money for first level characters to ever get in Dungeons and
The other
Dragons.
thing to keep in mind is, again, just because it's worth 15 doesn't mean we're going to get 15.
Sure.
Watch those pawn shows.
Best I can do. Best I can do 7,500.
Best I can
He
do
offered
is
tw-
25 cents.
He offered 25. We called his bluff. He upped it to 75. We said we're going to take some time to consider other offers, even though I failed my deception. So we go back in the morning. We already probably plan on selling it for 7,500 gold. We're going to get 7,500 out of this no matter what. By waiting
Right.
the extra 12 hours or 16 hours or
He's
whatever,
hoping that maybe some more gets added
Exactly.
to bring. So
Maybe he
worst
comes in
case
and is
scenario,
like, okay, hey, I know I offered 75 and I said that was it, but you know we really need this. I'm gonna offer you an extra. Here's an extra 1,000 gold pieces on top. This is literally everything the city has.
Or even a couple of healing potions. This is the leader of the second largest town of the 10 towns.
Exactly.
by the way, I went through and looked at all the towns. It's actually the third largest.
Okay.
This is
So,
the
but
third-
still,
town.
3 out of 10.
Yeah.
So
Ain't bad.
they.
Three
Them just
out
saying
of
all that they
10.
have is enough
Ain't
gems
bad.
worth 7,500 gold. That's a little bit like. I mean, come on, you're the third largest city in this entire area. You're telling me you
So
don't have
what's
more
the
than that?
what's number 2?
Number
Targos?
number 2 is Targos. Yes.
Okay.
And then
Actually,
and
there's
then
only
Bryn
like
Shander is-
4.
So
I thought
so
it was Bonham.
Bryn Shander has about 1,200 population. Targos is about 1,000.
East
East
Haven
Haven is 750.
Okay. So
And then the next highest after that's like 250.
we might get
And then
more
everything
money.
else is like around the hundreds.
We might get more money out of it, but I'm totally good with 7,500 gold because even then, if we split 7,500 gold amongst everyone, we could do 1,000 gold to every player and still have 500 gold left over
Per
for
player.
party funds.
So that's per player, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 1,000
Yeah,
gold per
that's
player
what I'm saying.
at level 5. That
Fuck.
That's
guys,
a lot.
That buys us literally just about anything we want at this.
Not to mention you all owe
Consider
me
the
30
fact-
gold for sleds.
And 500 gold in party funds.
Not to
at this
mention
point?
you all owe me 30 gold for sleds.
500 gold in party funds will literally buy us all of the hotel stays we need, all of the food we need. That will
I'm just curious
supply
how much
the
gold everyone else
party.
has right now.
I have 700 gold. I had 900 gold. I spent 200 on sled accommodation, which you all owe me 30.
I'm spending. I'm sitting just
I
about
have
700.
Liberia.
Like we're
You're
already
60.
flush. Like we're already flush. We can buy just about whatever we want. If we take the 7,500, we get even
This
more.
doesn't even say what we're going to find in about an hour.
And
Exactly.
again, we're still gonna sell the whiskey in the boat.
Exactly.
Some of the whiskey, exactly.
Exactly.
Some of
A
it.
third of the whiskey.
A third. Possibly the boat.
A fourth.
So that's
That's how you
it.
do it. I see.
Maybe a fifth.
So I think we should take
Fifth of
speaker on his offer. Maybe I agree with Asmodee. We make him sweat a bit. See if he can't throw in a few more extra goodies for our troubles, and then we'd be on our way. If we find our party profitable, I see no reason why we should split up afterwards. Perhaps we could continue to find profitable jobs together. But if nothing else, 1,000 gold per person is nothing to shake our head at.
There are
I
other,
believe this is a sufficient price, yes.
other motivations beyond coin for some of us, I'm sure, myself included.
Asmodee and I have
But,
more bonded through purpose.
I find myself enticed by the idea of traveling with more friends.
There are many dangers in Icewind Dale. Having more people is helpful.
The night is full of terrors.
Well,
We're not very optimistic group, are we?
And it is dark.
The night is dark and full of terrors. Why did that just reset?
Well, that's about midnight. I think we should get going.
All right, so
How far are we going for this?
1 mile.
1 mile.
One standard, for some reason, American mile.
Freedom units, my friend. Proper term is freedom units.
Love it.
So at this point, is there anybody that would have been actively looking around, like now that we're reaching midnight?
Asmodee would have, like, during all this conversation, when it didn't pertain directly to Asmodee, would have been walking around, would have walked up to probably the highest point they could find in the cliffs area and just sort of
Also,
looking around.
our wizard has a familiar that he could shoot around to as well.
Okay.
2.
Okay. That was a
Dragon's head
2
always on a
perception?
swivel.
it looks, yeah, I'm definitely taking, taking watch.
Right. What I'm saying is, Corey, did you say you rolled a perception and rolled a 2?
No, I said I can do that too.
Got it. Okay.
You were who I was alluding to.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
That was my. Yes.
That was his affirmation of that.
Okay.
Okay. Corey, go ahead and roll me a perception. Asmodee, roll me a perception. Draven, you don't have to roll.
What about our ranger? Our ranger's usually pretty good at.
If you would like to roll perception, go for it.
Asmodee or Hofgrim is drinking.
Asmodee is a little bit more focused on the copious amounts of alcohol that
17.
their Goliath friend is consuming.
Do
Wondering
it.
if he's going to be functioning if we
Do
get
it
into
some. Do it.
if we get into some kind of altercation later and doesn't
23.
really pay attention to their surroundings very well.
Okay. So,
Like an old married couple.
Zar got a 23. Gribke got, you said 17?
Yes.
Okay.
You're
So,
sitting on the couch tonight.
Gribke, you notice a little bit of light coming off of the water a mile up. Zar, using your owl, I'm assuming.
Affirm.
Okay. Flying around, your owl noticed some light, and as it goes forward, it noticed. Basically, it seems like there's something floating on the water that is giving off light. It doesn't seem to be like a boat with
Like,
a
is
lantern
it
on the front.
glowing?
Yes, there is something glowing floating on top of the water. Draven, you notice that as well.
It's not like firelight.
Okay.
It's not lantern light.
Correct, correct.
It's some sort of ethereal,
It-
unnatural.
Correct. It seems to be an unnatural light that seems to be reflecting off, like,
This seems
something off of the moon that seems to be reflecting off of the water that is something floating there. It doesn't seem to be coming off of, like, a boat that has a lantern or anything like
Is
that.
it so far that my owl can't get closer?
Yeah, your owl can get closer.
So telepathically, I'm gonna go ahead and have Snow Owl fly a little closer, not too close to try and engage anything.
Okay.
But enough that
And
I'll be able to see.
that ends at 1,000 feet.
I was going to say that ends at 1,000 feet, which 1 mile is...
5,000.
52,000.
Yeah, 5,200.
50,
Yeah.
52,000.
So,
Sorry.
so
Don't drink alcohol.
1
kids. It's
billion!
So it's one of those where you can
You can send the familiar beyond,
but it won't listen to any of your stuff out because you're so far away from it. But you can still see.
communicate. It would still.
Correct.
Yes.
You can still
Like-
see. You just can't give it any.
But
It
that
can
means I
go
could instruct it
beyond.
to go out and look
It
and then
can
come
go
back and
beyond,
tell.
But past 1,000 feet, you lose that link. It can go beyond reconnaissance, and then when it passes back in within 1,000
Oh,
feet,
give him.
it shares all of the information.
Okay.
I
Okay.
thought you were gonna say just drop
It is not a.
1080p.
It is not a. I'm gonna sit here and fly my owl 15 miles away and see what's up. It's within after
I
1,000
totally
feet.
could.
The familiar flies and figures things out, and then
Okay.
comes back and shares all of that information when it's cast.
Okay. So at that point, your owl goes and
Is that both telepathy and the action see through its senses?
Yes, I believe so.
okay. So basically, after it gets about 1,000 feet away, you send it to do its reconnaissance mission, and it comes back. When it's within another 1,000 feet, or when it's within 1,000 feet again, basically it seems there is nothing on the water. There just happens to be an object floating that now is giving off light that it seems to be reflecting off of the moon based off of the angle at which it is in the sky.
Right. Let's go get it.
You said
Which
So-
Draven,
it just, it seems to be
Draven
floating.
plans to keep an eye on it, but unless it's moving towards us, he's not gonna really.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the rest of the group, but
It-
that's confusing.
It is not moving. It is just a lone object that is in the water that happens to be reflecting light off of the moon based off its position.
I mean, I
So
don't know about the
I'm
rest
gonna
of you.
point over in that direction, and I see something, but it's not moving in the water. It's like it's anchored in the spot.
I take both. I go get it.
I don't know about the rest of you, but if that seems important.
Yep. I'm already.
We could
Oh,
video
get
games,
it.
so that's a
I
quest
seem
that-
have a phone.
I seem
there's an
unnaturally
exclamation point
attracted
over
to
this.
it.
Yes. I take both.
My mini map is blinking.
I take both. I go get it. I'll be back.
You don't go alone.
Well, you
Not
should.
you
we all
and
go
just the-
together,
Never mind. The whiskey's
especially
not
because you
upstairs.
are.
The kobold goes with him.
I believe we all should go, considering.
How
Megan,
how
you-
how
you
far
have
from
been
shore
drinking.
is
How
it?
stealthy are we gonna be though? if
It's
we're 7
basically
feet
right
below
off the
it?
shore.
Okay, so
It's
the-
literally just a mile up following the shore.
Right.
But
So
it's-
we don't
you
need the
said-
boat.
So you said it's right off of the shoreline, a mile up.
Yes. So it's
So
a
we-
it's
we don't
so
even
so
need the boat.
where
You
you're
don't
at,
even need the boat.
it's literally traveling a mile upshore.
Right.
It's floating there.
Okay, let's go get
Is
it.
that in the direction that we're told to go on the map?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go get it.
Then why don't we go?
So yeah, let's
Yes.
make our way that way.
Yeah. So again, this is Czar. You would have noticed. It seems to be about probably 15 feet off of the shoreline.
Easy.
So it's
So
not.
it's in shallow water.
Anyone need a beer?
From what you can tell, yes.
I do. Beer.
Grab me a winter. Yes.
Grab me a winter, yes.
Oh, wait.
Grab me a winter dark beer.
That's really cool. Nobody else could see that. But that's
What?
cool.
Whoa.
So inside of his computer, he has one single light blinking, but because of the way that the fan is up, there's an X on it, so it literally looks like the Xbox logo is just like blinking at me.
Lol.
You literally
I can't
have to be
remember what
sitting
you
like
asked for.
right
Yeah.
here.
Alabaster.
Awesome. Always a good choice. Yes.
Winter
with
lager.
the-
I will
with
work
the
with that.
owl familiar keeping an eye on this item of interest, we would go up the coast and try to intercept said item.
I think we need to be careful though.
No, careful is not in my book. I will just go into the water and I will grab item and everything will be okay.
Oh, he's dead. And Asmodee just sort of takes a step back and being like, I'm not going to be the one digging the 8-foot hole to bury a giant Goliath.
Well, you need a bigger hole for that. That is just for my dingus.
Why does he call it his dingus?
And Asmodee just turns around and just walks away.
That's when they just quits the party.
Been waiting for a dick joke for the last 3 hours.
That's what
Bargain.
she's.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we keep traveling. Let me know when we get closer to glowing item.
Yeah. So is everybody in the boat traveling towards the
Well,
glow?
We're not in the boat. Now that we realize that it was just off.
Oh, you're on the shore.
We're coasting.
Well, so well,
Yes.
We're literally coasting it.
so here's the thing. So where you guys are at with the shore, again. So you guys went to where the caves were at, and again, you had to like scale a cliff face to get to the caves
So
and
it's
stuff
not-
like that.
It's not passable.
There's not like a shoreline for you to walk up.
So it's not like a beach.
But Well, if you guys continue a little ways down, you can get to a shoreline.
So let's take.
So
let's
you'll
take
have to take the boat a little
beach it,
ways
basically.
down, beach it, and then continue down.
Okay, that's what.
There's
Okay,
two strong
okay.
people in the group. We can easily unbeach the boat.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just go- let's save the boat in case something bad
Right,
happens
Calvo.
because I want to sell this shit and get some more money.
I just because of the way the caves are, you can't just like
Where's the
walk off at the caves
On
and,
his back.
on his back still.
This is worth 7,500 gold. It's not going anywhere.
I'm aware. Don't die.
Or sink.
Or
Should we?
yeah.
Should we? If we're leaving the boat, should we leave it on the boat?
That's not a bad idea.
Should we park it on the boat?
No. Where I go, Cauldron goes.
Okay.
I almost want to steal it. We're gonna come back and the boat's empty. I've seen Survivor. People steal stuff out of boats.
So basically, as you guys make your way down, again, you get right to where Czar was telling you guys it was, and again, like Gripke saw light, Draven, you definitely saw the light. As you guys are continuing down,
Were they blinded by it?
um,
I beat you to it, motherfuckers.
No, you did not.
But no-
People went Bruce Springsteen and I went Tangled.
there you go.
Shows
That-
how mature I am.
Sounds right. So, as you guys continue down, like Czar explained to you guys, about 15-ish feet off the shore, there seems to be something glowing in the water.
Okay. Asmodee, I trust you with my life. Therefore, watch Cauldron.
Hathaway just takes the cauldron and sets it on the ground and stands next to it. I ain't putting that on my back.
I did not expect you to put it on your back, but just keep an eye on it. I'll be right back, and I dive in.
Okay. By the way, this is frozen water.
I have resistance to cold.
Okay. I'm just...
I will give guidance to.
Okay.
Before he gets too far.
Go for it.
Yeah.
What do you say?
The cameras both look off.
No,
The
so
screen doesn't
the
show
screen
because it's
doesn't
going to-
show because it's using the HDMI out.
Okay, cool.
If the
I was
HDMI
wondering if
cable
it
was
showed
not
off.
hooked up, the screen would be on. But because the HDMI cable is hooked up, it shuts off the screen. So like, as you jump in the water, this is like there is ice floating in the water. You're basically swimming in a slushy.
Do I have to break up the ice first with my hammer?
What flavor?
No, like there's not any like solid ice in this area because again, like at this point in time, like there's still a lot of like fisher boats coming through
I see
here.
the
and
glow, though, yes?
Yeah. You can easily swim up to the glow. And there seems to be some kind of device that's like floating in the water, and then it has a chain connected to it. By the way, as you get about 5 feet out, the land just drops. So you're actually
it's a
like
shelf?
swimming. Yes. So you're full on swimming. You're not like wading out to this light. You're swimming to this
You
light.
said about 5 feet out from the light.
The
is
water
where the
drops,
shelf
or the land drops shelf. And then about another 10 feet further is where you have this device. And as you're feeling that, like I'm assuming you're reaching out to whatever this is that's giving off light.
To the chain. If it is it on the
So-
surface or below it?
So it's on the surface is something giving off light,
Yes.
but attached to it is a chain under the water that's just
Yes, I will.
Going under the water.
I will see if I can figure out what is giving off the light, but I will also reach out to the chain.
it really just looks like a disc that is angled at a specific angle to like give off light as it's like coming off the.
Is it? Okay.
Like it doesn't seem to be like anything.
It's a magical angled disc.
Basically, but then the chain that's connected to
I
it.
think it's trying to promote this new club.
Yes, it's exactly what it's trying to do.
So that's it. Disc on surface, chain underneath the water. Chain goes below the water.
Yes.
I will go. Let's see. I don't know how far this chain will go, so I will take a deep breath. That's it. It goes beneath the surface, and I will dive below.
So as you are diving below, I'm assuming holding on to the chain to see how far
Yes.
down it goes.
Using it to guide myself.
You go down about 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. It's still going.
Okay, I can hold my breath upwards of 5 minutes.
Okay. As you keep going and like 30, 35, 40,
I can
45 feet.
swim at 30 feet per 10 seconds.
Okay. So as you get to about 50 feet, there's like you have dark vision,
Yes.
but like there's no light whatsoever. But you can at least make out what looks like a chest tied to the end of this chain.
Excellent. All right. At this point, I will swim back upwards,
Okay.
and I will try to drag chain and disc back towards shore.
Yeah.
And enlist Asmodee and myself to kind of heave haul chain out of lake.
Yeah. You have no issues. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You literally get the. I mean, it's literally a disc about yay big that was just sitting there, but it was
Basically had the light cantrip cast on it.
based. Well, sort of.
A little bit more powerful, but
From what you can tell, it was set to glow specifically when the moon was in a certain position.
Oh shit.
Hence the midnight time. What?
It would have been
Oh shit, was this a signal?
it would have been imperceptible to anyone not looking for it at this specific time.
Yeah, I'm aware. So is there somebody else looking for this? Oh no, we killed her. Never mind.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, you remember when she was like, "I got gold"?
Yeah.
So you pull the chain up, and it's a chest.
Is it locked?
I mean,
it should be. The story was telling about a heavy locked chest that never left his side. Perhaps it was the heavy locked chest that caused his boat to capsize.
the chain is wrapped around it, but after you like finagle the chain off, there's a lock, but it's old and worn,
And also probably rusted.
pretty much.
So we can break it, is what you're saying.
Asmodee looks at Hofgrim and like, hit it. Hit it like you did that dwarf the other night.
Oh, okay. you want lock to be really gone. Okay, I kind of just take it and I go.
Roll me a strength check.
Jerk.
Are you barehanding this little lock?
I always bare. I always
guidance
bare.
as well.
That's hot.
I was gonna say he's got guidance.
Oh, I have guidance. Okay, shit.
Yep.
Where'd you get guidance from?
From fucking
Draven.
22.
Oh, you said it.
Yeah, with ease.
You just hear a faint sound from the direction of the village of.
Guard captain, is that you? Yes. So I tear lock.
She has a pulse, of course he does.
Guys, I'm just saying, we're level 5 and we're about to get a payday.
All right. I toss lock over and I toss lock into lock.
And
That's great.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
So you flip it open, and there is a shit ton of gold. From about your estimation, it looks to be about 600 pieces.
Nice.
Is that 150 per player?
There's 7 of us.
150. Okay, so
I thought you were
25.
smart.
Wait.
No, it would be
Like
the math. The
100.
math.
100.
The math gets weird. The math
80,
gets
80
weird.
per player.
600.
Well, you said 750
divided by
right? Or
7.
650.
600.
600.
It'd be
Oh,
85 gold, 71 copper, and 43. 85 gold, 71 silver, 42. No, that's World of Warcraft. Sorry, I'm using the wrong conversions. The 85 gold and 7 silver.
Yeah, 85 gold and then some.
We
I'm
should.
using World of Warcraft conversions. My bad.
No,
Creepy
no.
wants to reach in and just take some.
I slap your hand. You wait,
Okay.
or you find yourself back in Cauldron.
Oh,
Here's my.
I'm hearing that you want to.
You said
So,
600 gold.
We see all,
600
we
gold.
see all of this, right?
Yeah.
Here's my thought. We take the 600 gold that we have found here in this chest that
Invest it in
nobody else seems to be interested in.
and invest it in GameStop.
No, it's
no.
terrible investment.
Dogecoin!
No, actually, Bitcoin, it's going to rise faster and more predictably than GameStop will. Trust me, it's a better investment. No.
Tesla about $1 billion in fucking Bitcoin.
That's why I'm really glad that I already owned a bunch of Bitcoin because that shit went up 10 grand the past couple days, and Tyler made like $150.
Hey.
I'm good with it.
Well, fuck you. I'm not paying for pizza then.
Here's my theory. Let's take the 600 gold we just found. Let's turn this into party funds, right?
This would be.
We're going to be traveling together for a while. Yes, we seem to be of the same mindset. We seem to be under the same goals and aspirations.
Grimby likes the big man can keep me safe.
Let's turn this into party funds. This can pay for our inn stays, our food, healing potions for those of us that go unconscious, unlike me.
Everyone else but Asmodee who goes unconscious.
Yes.
Zara 100% just heard Draven do the.
And I glare at anyone who dares otherwise.
Let's turn this into party funds, and then the gold that we're going to get from selling the cauldron, 7,500. We each get 1,000. That's a fat fucking payday. I don't know about you, but the person that I report to does not pay that well. We each take 1,000 gold. The remaining 500 again goes into the party funds. When someone needs an upgrade, someone needs a new shiny sword, someone needs a magical item that they don't have enough gold for.
When a really old wizard needs fireball.
When a really old wizard that for some reason doesn't know one of the most basic spells in Dungeons & Dragons needs to buy the materials to learn the spell. There are funds available.
And Zara's 100% going to look over Draven and go, you get the feeling he's not talking about us?
No, but I say we take the 600 gold here.
I feel like he's deflecting.
500 gold from the cauldron. We put that into our party funds. That gives us 1,100 gold in party funds. We are set as a party in terms of lodging, food, rations, transportation, just about anything we need. We are set. And plus, we each get 1,000 gold payday on top of what we sell the whiskey in the boat for.
Sorry, what was the DMD?
Well, no, I just...
God, we still have the whiskey in the boat. I keep
BT dubs. BT dubs.
So much money.
This is supposed to be level 1. Y'all are level 5, but this is supposed... Level 1 characters are supposed to be getting this stupid amount of fucking gold.
I'm just saying
Apparently,
with this amount of
level 1
money,
characters weren't supposed to follow the really obvious clue to the 600 gold treasure or negotiate with the speaker.
No, they were supposed to. People are like, why are you giving people this much gold at level 1 characters?
Shut up and keep following the book.
we can all go and get like +2 weapons, or sorry, +1 weapons at this rate.
By the time we're supposed to be level 5, we'll be rolling in thousands of gold.
Weapon,
so keep up with that.
We can
so like +1 to hit, +1 damage.
Yeah, we can.
Can you get like a Meshwork bow?
Now here's the thing though, because we're in like this, because we're in like a frontier town, we're not really sure how commonly accessible magic items are.
But we might be able to find someone that can upgrade our weapons.
Like I'm sure down the line because that is a natural progression of any party that we will find someone who can.
Asmodee's really looking for a +1 set of plate armor.
So
what are you talking about? Because Zara has identified. That's what you're saying.
No. Asmodee's looking to find someone that can upgrade their armor to +1, or somewhere that they can buy +1 armor. Although Asmodee really doesn't want to get rid of the armor they are currently wearing.
So you want to currently enchant the armor that you are wearing. Could we start trekking this gold back to boats so we can start making our way to Cardinal?
600 gold pieces is only 60 pounds.
Just fucking put it in the cauldron.
Put it in the cauldron. Fuck the chest.
Put the cauldron. Put the cauldron sideways, right? Put the cauldron sideways in. I don't know why I suddenly turned Swiss. No. Put the chest, in an angle, and I just carry all of it on my back. We can go back to the boat.
So you're closing the chest and then putting the chest into the cauldron.
Correct.
Got it.
Yes. We make our way back to the boat. We can make our way to Cardinal in under 2 hours, and we can finally find this motherfucker. Asmodee, remind me of the name of this motherfucker.
Wait,
who-
I'm going back to.
The speaker? Speaker Dennis?
No, the one we're trying to kill.
Oh, Sefik Caltro.
Yes. What?
I don't understand why we're trying to kill this guy.
Right, it's a servant of Oreo.
There's someone that basically gave us a job and said, hey, you kill this person, I'll pay you.
Oh, that's right.
Right, so we even have more reward. We have more reward on top of everything else we've done. So we go through.
Use a goddamn cheat code.
No!
We just
This game is just really easy for this book.
Also we started off at level 5.
That's a valid
We
point.
started off a little.
So we're kind of
You started off 4 levels higher than you're supposed
we're
to,
kind of
so you're
breezing
kind of
through the
walking.
beginning intro of this. We're just really good on RP or bad, depending on how you look at it.
Considering it took us 3 sessions to get through those caves, I'd say we're really bad at RP.
What?
Ayo,
We're really bad at RP because we like to get really into RP.
Nick's also beefing up everything.
Yes.
I am beefing up combat.
So I say we lug the cauldron, the chest, the boat, all of us to Caer Dineval. We find out where
Sefik Caltro.
Sefik Caltro is. Wait, is that the trader or the guy we're trying to kill?
Torga is the trader.
Right. We find out where they're housing for the evening. We see if we can isolate Sefik. And then we, bludgeon him, stab him, kill him, all of the above. We bring... No, we don't have to bring his body. We just say that we killed him. But was there proof that was required?
Was there proof there was? Hold on.
No.
Do we have to take any type of penis as trophy?
No?
No, I do
Are you
believe
sure?
so long as the
I
killer
What is
is
your obsession with penises?
What's yours?
Zara's literally just gonna shake his head and just like in frustration.
Well, that's pretty much
Yeah,
anyone who talks to.
doesn't say anything about proof. Just says 100 offers 100 gold payment for eliminating Sefik.
That's anyone who talks to Halfgrim for more than 5 minutes. So like I said, we take penis as trophy and proof of death. We bring it back to Brian Shandir. We get.
What was that where the guy had like the necklace with all the dongs hanging from it?
What?
There was like a guy that like every time he killed an orc, he would like chop off their dick and then made like a necklace out of like hanging dongs from his neck.
Orc dicks?
Wasn't that, no, hold on. Wasn't that the guy from Walking Dead when he was on Critical Role?
Kari Payton?
There was a guy that.
No,
like,
Kari
the
Payton.
seven-
No.
He was Shikasta.
No, Shikasta didn't have
No, he
dicks
was a
hanging
cleric,
from his
he
neck.
wouldn't do that.
He had some kind of.
Shikasta was a wizard.
I was saying he had some kind of thing that he talked about around his neck.
I looked up some.
Yeah, but
stats.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Bet money.
Sorry, tangents.
I don't got
Anyway.
money, I don't got money to bet. Carry on. I'm just googling real quick. Shikasta.
Human cleric.
Does he ever come back?
Oh yeah, multiple times.
He's really cool.
I heard something about cleric. What?
Anyway,
They're arguing about
I'll
Shikasta's
put
class.
my phone down and wait for Tyler's apology.
Oh yeah.
Tyler's apology?
Yeah.
For what? I missed that.
I don't know how to spell his name.
Shakaste.
Who's apologizing to for what?
Tyler's gonna apologize to me in about 10 seconds.
For what?
He thinks he's a human wizard. I think he's a human cleric.
Piss off.
No apologies, just piss off.
Just piss off, Mike.
Hey, alright, the last time that happened was what? The last time that they actually interacted and saw Shikasta in combat was what? Like
with,
session 12?
That was
With
way in the
the
beginning.
with
Yeah.
the iron no.
Wasn't the Iron Shepherds?
Iron Angel. Yeah, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Wait,
Iron-
hold on.
yeah,
You're saying
No,
the
they had
Shut
Keg with them for the Iron Shepherds.
But
Holy-
Shikasta joined him.
Shikasta helped them with the Gnolls.
Guys,
No,
I made
Shikasta
a
helped
with the
mistake.
Manticore.
I never should have mentioned
Guys.
that.
Iron
We did
Angels.
both.
Focus. We can talk about Shikasta later. By the way, Shikasta had
You're the one
was
picking
joining it.
on
Anyway.
That was the Iron
Fuck it.
Angels.
Hold on. Back to game.
So, I'm sorry, I got
Close
I
chest. Put chest into
I beat
cauldron.
Tyler twice in one night on this.
Right. It's been so long.
Oh.
CJ, you want to play a game?
I'm back in the game. Sorry.
'Kay.
I got
We're
what I
not
wanted.
listening to
I got what I wanted.
At
on
this
conversation.
point, I might just turn it back on.
What were you playing? Bloodborne.
So now that we are in boat, can
No.
we just not take the boat back up? Keep going north to Caer Dineval.
I suppose we can do that and then head back south when we finish our business. And
Are you
go to
sure you
Dineval.
trust your whiskey in the stables on the dog sleds with nobody guarding it.
Nymeria could guard it. No, Nymeria stays with you.
But yes, forward to Cairn
Now I have to measure 600 gold in chest versus 13, 12
That's all
bottle
that Asmodee wanted to
13,
do
12
was
bottle
that little
cases.
seed of doubt. That little bit of doubt in Halfgrim's mind.
13, 12 bottle cases back at... It's the middle of the night. No one's going to fuck with it.
So you guys are just heading to Cairn now at this point?
Yeah, Care General.
Yep, so,
Out of curiosity, does anyone know actually how to get to Cairn on the lake?
Well, we have the map.
yeah, I was going to
I was saying,
say,
I've
you
got-
would have
I've got
maps.
survival, I can-
Okay.
I
And
can
then-
track us there.
Cool. That's all that I cared about. I was like, I just realized I don't know if anyone knows. what
Also, we do have the owl as scouts, too, as Iron Sky.
Fair
So
enough.
between those
Between the-
three things...
I was going to say, between those three things, I'm not even going to make you guys roll for it. At this point in
Owl,
time...
the lizard, and the wolf.
between the owl, the lizard, and yeah.
Papyrus.
So I said it was gonna be what, 2.5 hours from East Haven. So you went north, which cuts down on your time, but you also went further east, which adds to your time. So I'm just gonna say it's 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So we're looking at about like this has been probably
By
what?
the time we got the chest on board, probably like 2.5, probably 2:33.
3.
Yeah,
I'd say
yeah.
3 a.m. would be...
I would say 3 a.m.
But,
before you guys reach.
Are we getting close to exhaustion now?
Probably.
At the 24-hour mark, yes.
Yeah.
So we're about 3 hours, 4 hours away
Sure.
from...
3-hour tour.
We're cutting it close, but we're still not there yet. But we have been pulling that like all-nighter feeling.
Asmodee
You're
is
Right.
you're
thinking
getting.
about the rooms they already bought. They're not currently sleeping in. Like,
Oh, I just thought of that. That's sad.
well, that's coming out of party funds.
I did not make it off of this.
Out of character, who wants to track party funds?
Definitely not me.
I can do it.
I'll say you can do it, I can do it. Doesn't matter.
So we right now
I feel like
we have
we
600.
Right now we have 600 in party funds.
Okay.
I'm not even good at taking notes for my job.
If you would like to subtract 3 gold from that for the hotel rooms that have been paid for that are not being occupied at the moment.
I mean, technically we got the gold after.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
So I mean,
It's
it's.
I'll
it's
suffer the
noble.
3 gold loss. It's ruins my investment strategy for the first quarter.
To be fair, I also have a bloodstone worth 50 gold that I haven't sold.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I have stuff in my inventory that I haven't sold yet.
So once we make dock in Cardinable, at this early in the hour, I'm assuming is fairly empty.
Yeah, it's
And Cardinable is a smaller settlement.
much smaller. We are looking at 100
So there's
is the population.
There's no dock master.
I don't think that.
Not at this hour. Like there's docks, but I mean you're looking at so East Haven that you guys left.
I
Had,
am more concerned that no one is there to trying to track our comings and our goings.
so East Haven has 17 docks. Caer Dineval has 3.
Yeah, we go for the middle one.
Yeah, okay.
No, or the one on the left, or the one on the right.
Or whichever one's open.
Whichever one,
Everyone
yes.
is free.
Is there a handicap?
No.
We'll park
So you guys can easily find a spot. There's at 2:30 in the morning. There's not a whole lot of hustle and bustle. Like it seems like pretty much the entire town's asleep at this point. And with everything going on, to kind of show you, as you guys are coming up, you guys reach the rocky shore of Loch Dennershire, with Kelvin's Cairn looming behind it. So Kelvin's Cairn
Were we
is
not already at the
So-
Kelvin's Cairn?
No, so Lectonshire is right here.
Right.
Kelvin's Cairn is this way.
Right.
So you guys are heading kind of in that direction. So this is a giant mountain that is looming in the far distance.
Right. What I'm saying is, did we not already?
You have already been there before, yes.
Yes. That's where we found the ore sled.
Correct. But this is also miles south of that. But it's still in the background. Like, you've been there, but you're seeing it way off in the distance.
So we can see from miles and miles.
So, as you guys are heading up, you notice, best way to describe it is just showing you the picture. So, it's got buildings and stuff right in this area, but there's a giant keep up on top of a hill as part of this town. A giant keep.
When you say giant keep, do you mean keep?
I mean a massive keep.
So keep for giants.
A massive keep for people.
Oh, not giants. Well, when you talk to Goliath, you have to.
It is huge.
Specify.
Like I'm
so
like
excited.
I
we're
was very excited to see the giants.
you guys are coming to a village that is a castle among the village.
So it's like Helm's Deep size?
Is the village
Ish, yeah.
Is the village outside the keep?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So as we pull up, we tie our boat to the docks. Geb, Asmodee, have you neither of you have been to this town before, no?
No.
I have not.
Do we see anyone awake at this point? Up and about?
Not walking around the town at all.
Taverns are most likely the most brightly lit, especially in such a small settlement. Should we not start our search there?
Seems like a reasonable lead.
Draven's been here before, hasn't he?
Yes.
Draven, where
So he
is...
would know. what
I was
it
gonna
is.
say Draven's been here before. You would know of Dinev's Rest, which would be the inn that is not far at all from the docks.
So he would actually interject and say, "I know the tavern."
Well, by all means, friend. Lead the way. We've been out in the cold for too long.
I agree. And he'll start walking that way towards the tavern.
Or it is not a tavern; it is an inn.
Or the inn.
What was the name of it again?
It is called the Dinev's Rest. DINEV' Rest. As you guys are approaching this inn, it looks closed and abandoned.
Thanks a lot, Draven.
I thought you had been here before.
I blame this solely on you.
Draven seems confused because I
I'm
imagine.
just letting you know, Halfgrim gets very cranky when he gets tired.
You
I
told me
imagine it
there'd
was
be
Coleman
inn.
the last
There's
time
no
he was
inn.
here.
There's closed inn. And when you say closed and abandoned, you mean like boards over top the...
Yes, like it is closed.
Alright,
Like this place is not open for business.
No lights from the inside.
No lights. This looks like it used to be the inn, and they have since closed their doors to the public and are no longer in business.
Cursing in giants.
Hey, we talked about using that word.
You're
That
right.
word's no longer acceptable.
I'm sorry.
Okay?
That's their word.
You're right. I am part of the Me Too movement. I should understand.
You're part of it, or you're part of the problem?
Make whichever suggestion you think most.
Can he be
comfortable.
both at the same
Yes.
time?
They're not mutually exclusive. I could have been part of the problem and then changed my ways.
That's a rather dark lager. Not complaining though. Like,
Zar,
No, I mean,
are you
that's a lager.
Zar?
Yes.
Could you send your owl
Lager?
around this
Yes,
very small
lager is like
settlement and let us
Budweiser.
know which is the
Budweiser
most
is a
brightly lit at this time?
I was thinking of a porter.
Zar puts up his finger and then he.
Oh, that's
his
not the
owl
right finger
basically
I was
takes-
looking for. Could you just tell your...
His owl takes off from his shoulder and then does like a perimeter sweep around, not too far away from him, so he can that him and the owl can stay in constant telepathic contact. And I roll a natural 1. So
Well, I mean, you don't see any lights or anything. There doesn't seem to be any place that is open. You do see. Actually, no, you wouldn't with a natural 1. Fuck you. Yeah, no. Yeah, with a natural 1, you don't really notice anything being open at all.
so he's literally gonna turn back to Afgrim and just shrug.
You are useless.
Thank
Can
you.
Draven try looking around now that he's
Fucking
realized
low-level
this inn
wizards.
isn't open?
I am half convinced that we should just go up to this big
No, you're half
castle.
Grim.
Yes. Oh, I
Thank
see.
you.
I see.
Thank you.
It took,
Someone got
took
it.
me a second.
Someone got it.
Over my head.
No. I said I'm half convinced. He said, no, you're half Grim.
Oh my god. That went over my fucking head.
Shannon's not here. Somebody has to do
Someone
it.
did it.
Someone has
I
to do
am
it.
That is so funny.
3/4 convinced that we should at least make our trek up to the large estate, the castle up there, and ask for Rastut until we can gain our bearings.
Can Draven look around for a place that's open, since the inn doesn't seem to be?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Alright, I'm throwing guidance on it as well.
Go for it.
That's a
Guys, I'll be
19,
right back.
You said that's a
21 plus 8, so
29.
All right. So 29. The only place that you seem to be getting any light from whatsoever is the castle.
No. I said we go up to the castle, we ask if we can stay the night, see what the local lords.
See if they know Strahd.
it is the only place that has light, so it seems.
Wait, wrong universe. Vampires, what?
Sorry, what did you say you were doing?
Draven just mentioned it's the only place that has light at the moment to the group. The castle.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we want to make camp in the boat and wait till sunlight, but that is a lot of exposure in the cold, and not all of you are prepared for such.
Draven looks over at Czar. You can make the bubble, yes? Should we do that and rest?
Oh, Corey said he was stepping away for a moment.
Oh,
Corey
Does he have Liam's tiny
Czar, I believe, does have Liam's tiny hut.
yeah,
He
he should.
could,
He
he could
should.
make the bubble over the boat, but Halfgrim would still be curious over on big castle.
They might be a little apprehensive of us approaching in the middle of the night.
It is very late. Or
They might be
Early.
a little, I don't want to say hostile, but they
Well-
might not be the most receptive
Well,
to us.
Draven, you've been here before. What is the history of this keep?
would you like me to make a history check, Nick?
Or
Or am I familiar with it enough?
Sure, roll a history check.
Throw in guidance. That will be 18.
Yeah, so you... Hold on one second. Yes, he does have Liam's tiny hut. Okay. So, yeah, you know that, basically the castle is typically known as the Care. Caer. But
Do I know kind of what reception we might receive at this hour?
at this hour,
Whether we'd be safe to go up and try to talk to someone, or whether we should wait in the town.
From your previous times here, you would know. I'm trying to figure out what of this is current and what is
It's been a while since he's been here, so.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm trying to figure out. At this point, I would say, because it's been a while since you've been here, I would say that you'd be a little bit apprehensive approaching at this hour.
Okay.
Just from the sheer standpoint of you're not sure
Who we might be received by.
exactly.
Well, the keep is known as the Care. Unfortunately, I do not know currently who we might be received by at this hour, whether it would be safe for us to go further.
Safety is prospect. As long as we ask for safe passage overnight, they are obviously the lords of this area. They should acquiesce to our request as long as we procure ourselves properly. I see no reason, as long as we are not trying to be deceptive, we announce our presence. They should not let us in, or if they do not wish us in, they will let us know without causing us too much harm. But they seem like the lords of the land. They should not be overly harmful. As long as we do not try to deceive them or sneak our presence in. If you want, you can hang back, but I could make myself known, ask for overnight stay in agreement for a little bit of gold, and if they are receptive, we will be let in.
I still believe my friend's bubble would be better. He can create a structure of sorts for us to stay in.
That would still require us, sleeping in the boat, yes?
On the boat or on the dock or wherever we have space.
We can attempt to talk to the people at the castle, or we could push the boat 100, 200 feet offshore, get ourselves off the dock, and sleep there for the evening.
If we rest there, who knows where the waves will take us come morning.
It's just a lake, it's not the ocean.
If we're on the other side of the lake by morning.
We could also just stay on the boat while it is tethered to the dock.
Yeah, that's 2 hours.
How big is the boat that we're on?
It was enough to accommodate all of us, plus Gary,
Plus whiskey.
plus whiskey.
Now it's minus whiskey.
Now it's minus
14
whiskey
cases of whiskey.
and minus Gary.
Minus Gary.
So it'd be fair.
This one's for me. This one's for Gary.
I'm sure there'd be more than enough room for us to do tiny hut.
Live in some tiny hut, yeah.
It was 11 minutes cast.
It does not. I do not have any strong provocation either way. At least if we try the castle, we could have a warm bed and perhaps a hot meal. Actually, we could have a hot meal, and I point to the cauldron right back here. But either way, I will leave it up to the group to decide on how we should proceed.
I err on the side of caution.
What is that?
You'll have to
What is
explain
what?
the concept of caution to my friend here. He doesn't really understand it.
Not going in head first. Not getting
You're making it too easy for
Jumped.
me. Hofgrim always goes in head first.
which is why someday you will fall in battle. It will not be good.
It was a
Which kind of battle are we talking about?
Not the kind under the sheets, Hofgrim.
No,
We've talked
not
about
that
this.
kind at all.
Where did you get that bottle of whiskey?
A sample.
I swear to God, he always manages to pull one out of nowhere.
It's not nowhere. I've been keeping at least 3 in this cauldron. Kripke, keep him still.
We just see Grimke's head pop up from behind in the cauldron as he takes a drink of whiskey and just slides back down into the cauldron.
I legit am gonna do that. Do I need to roll for that?
Sure.
I like that Gripke has just become like my whiskey guy.
That's not bad. That's a bad roll.
Well, what are we rolling for?
That's a
Whiskey
very bad
is
roll.
whiskey. Grimke is inebriated on whiskey.
That's an 8.
So
How is
it's
Halfgrim doing?
Yeah.
You've been drinking all day.
Stalwart, sir. Stalwart.
Yeah. You're
He's got that high con mod.
you're a bit drunk. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't actually had you roll in a while. I think you've almost had a bottle since. So yeah, roll me
He's had more than a bottle.
a con save.
On the natural 19.
Con
So
save.
yeah.
That's a
he's still
26 on the.
Huh?
Nice.
That's a
Is that
20.
different than what I rolled?
That's a 26.
You should be rolling a con save.
Would you roll?
Okay.
Yeah.
The way he worded con, because he said, "Let me have you roll a con save." You emphasized the word save, so I thought it was different. than what I
Just con save versus con check. You should have been rolling a con save. I'm just.
So is that
But
different than
Rangers-
adding plus-
Rangers
is
aren't-
Is that different than adding just +1?
Rangers aren't proficient.
Yeah.
Rangers aren't proficient in Constitution saves. I believe he is.
I am.
So
Yes.
fighters
are.
just +1.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
this a con save versus a con check for you is the same. Con save versus con check.
It's different.
He actually has
He's proficient,
more.
so he gets to add his proficiency
I have
bonus.
a +7.
Correct.
Jesus.
Correct.
I also
So
have
he rolls the die and then adds some.
But you are proficient in dexterity saves where
Correct.
he might not be.
Correct.
But also a limber kobold might be better at it than a hulking Goliath. But anyway, I will adhere to the group if we wish to secure our boat to the docks and then cast the minuscule hut, and then continue our search for
Sefik.
Sefik in the morning.
Sorry, I'm already asleep.
I was gonna say with you guys. So you guys are doing the hut. You guys are sleeping.
I will say that Sefik eluded us
Czar,
last time.
yeah.
Sefik eluded us.
Czar's doing Liam's tiny hut. We've already established.
Sefik eluded
Hell
us
yeah.
last time because they left so early in the morning. If we were to get a full sleep at this point, late morning, they might have already left. So I
Even if
caution.
Even if they have already left, we won't be far behind them. Within the span of an hour, we can probably offload the boat. I'm sure there's someone here at the docks that would be interested. Midday should be peak business.
Oh my god.
And then make our way after them.
We would be on foot versus they are on sled.
Yes, but little lizard man seems to know his way. Seems to be able to guide us.
That they do.
If it makes you feel better, I'm perfectly fine setting up a watch schedule to keep an eye out for them.
I was about to ask, are we doing watch?
Well, it depends on what we're watching out for.
Rapist.
Asmodee will take first watch.
I mean, it's
I assume for our target.
yeah. I was gonna say it's more for that, less for. I mean, you guys are in a town. You're not gonna be like have random people come across you and try to jump you in your sleep.
Not to, yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're also in the hut, so nothing can pass through.
Yeah.
Seems to me, I just wish we could get a headway on where they would be located. Therefore, we could set up a proper ambush point, or even get them before they even set off, and we wouldn't even have to deal with witnesses. Should we need to deal with Sefik outside of the eyes of others?
But we wish to find him alone if we can.
Exactly.
Isolate him.
Exactly my point.
I think it's going to be challenging to find him alone on the first interaction with this group. I believe we're probably going to have to make ourselves known to Torga and Sefik, and ingratiate ourselves with them a little bit. Not to earn their trust by any means, but to at least get a slight understanding of their schedule, of where they might be going, what their upcoming tasks are. That way we can better plan an opportunity to diverge Sefik from Torga execute our task and return unseen. So I think our best bet is to take watch, observe the castle from where we can, see if the gates open early morning, and see if there's a what resembles a trader's caravan leaving the castle, and hope that we can follow them.
Yes.
Is there a
Speaking of,
And Care,
point it somewhere?
Care Dinaval, how many exit points are there?
It looked from the picture like only one.
Yeah. So basically, you have the road that comes in here and kind of does like a half moon or like a not a half moon, like a crescent moon. Thank you. Does like a little crescent moon that leads up to the castle and then down to the docks.
Right. So there's two ways of getting in and out of Care Dinaval. There's where Torga would have come from, which
Correct.
is the east way.
Correct.
And then there's Care Kongen, which is further east.
Well, so Caer Konig is the town that is due north.
Right.
You just keep doing your thing.
So Caer Konig, if you look, town to the right,
Reasonably,
immediately to the right.
Right.
Yes.
reasonably following the information that we have already received from people, it seems as though they do a rotation. If they have left East Haven and come to Caer Dinaval, they would probably not make their way further. For those of you that can see the map, they would probably not make their way back down this direction to head to Goodmead or Dugan's Hold. They would probably go up to Caer Konig, do their deliveries, return back south, and then head west to the rest of the 10 towns. They've already hit East Haven. They've already hit Caer Dinaval. We already know they hit Bryn Shander. So it doesn't stand to reason that they would head back the way they came and just ignore Caer Konig. I believe that they're probably going to head north to Caer Konig, which would line up with their rotation that they have been on.
Well, here's what I suggest. Nuts needs, and I just looked up some errata, which the DM can follow. Involves a Constitution saving throw to see if I will take a point of exhaustion from staying up all night. But Mike, I would keep watch and see traffic going from early morning.
We can rotate watches. 6 hours of sleep plus a 2-hour watch still constitutes a long rest.
Exactly. Okay, so we
As tweeted by Mike Merles.
Yes.
So it's literally one of the executive designers for Dungeons and Dragons. That said that 6
I was gonna say
hours
if you guys rotate within 8 hours, you can all get your
a long rest. And still be on watch.
Unless the what we are looking for passes by us during our long rest, in which case we would.
No.
Between all of us, as long as we have one person on watch, the rest we can take 2-hour watch shifts over a 8-hour rest.
No. I agree that the watch can be done in 8 hours. What I'm saying is, what happens if the caravan that we are looking for passes by us during that
Someone
8 hours?
will always be awake.
No, right. What he's saying is, oh shit, the caravan is passing. Do we wake up the rest of the other people now that we are not finishing a long rest?
Honestly, I'm saying that there's probably only one direction they're going to head. If we see them leave,
and we know where they're going,
we
follow
have an
them.
idea of the direction they are heading. They're either going to head north or they're going to head south. They're not going to head west into the wildlands where there's not a traveled road. If this is a traveler's caravan, as we've been led to believe, they're probably going to follow an established route. They're going to head north or they're going to head south.
And we should cover both bases. We should take a watch on the north side and have Zar's familiar look on the south side.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Fair enough. We can do that. The familiar can observe all night and then report in the morning. Zar can still get his rest and recuperate his spell slots, whatever those are.
Sounds like something only a weakling would rely on.
Shakes his head again.
Can recuperate his spell slots, and the familiar can report in the morning whether someone headed north The rest of us can observe from our current location on the boat and whether anyone heads south through the city. And from there, we have a direction to travel in the morning after all of us have rested. Again, from the information we have received, I have a strong belief that Torga and his band are probably going to head north.
I will laugh so hard if the DM just was like that. Was
and hit the...
You laugh so hard of what?
If the DM was just like, nah, fuck that. They're going to head south again. But yes, I agree with you, Asmodee. Care Koenig is the most logical.
I believe that's where they're going to head. And if they do head that direction, in a grand sense, we have them cornered. There's no other major exits from the city except the exit from which we are following. So if they, even if it was just to be a stop and drop at Care Koenig, even if they were to just stop in the city for an hour, do their trades, and leave, we would still pass them on the road as we approach Care Koenig.
But should we pass them on the road, how should we approach? We have been told that it is best to dispose of this entity more subvertly.
Again?
Well, I have a suggestion.
Do tell.
Perhaps that we seek goods from them, and if someone is good with sleight of hand, they can drop a small item onto Cephik himself or one of the particular sleds.
You guys keep talking.
I will be able to track that item later on.
What kind of item?
I have this chest with 600 gold.
I'm not saying we give them that much. But no, I agree with the cleric. He's. I believe it is not going to be on our best interest to attempt this execution, for lack of a better word, on our first contact with Torga and his band, her band. I believe it's probably best for us to, like the cleric said, ingratiate ourselves, make a business deal. Maybe Torga will be interested in the Cauldron of Plenty. He might be interested. She, damn it,
Thank you.
might be interested in acquiring it for a price heftier than the speaker. We could use this to ingratiate ourselves with them, learn a little bit more about where they're traveling, and then from there we have more time to plan a proper execution, assassination, attack, killing, murder, whatever you want to call it.
I have planned proper execution. So this bodyguard, he is doing the Frost Maiden's will. Yes, he is killing those who have escaped either through bribery or other means, the will of the Frost Maiden. So while Torga is doing the legitimate business, we catch the killer while they are doing their legitimate business, and we then enact our good old fashioned frontier justice on the killer, and that's it.
Sounds appropriate to me. I think we should just post up on the boat, establish the dome, which we've already done. Establish a watch rotation, and Czar can park his owl
on the north side.
On the north side of the care, as Draven called it. And we can just observe throughout the evening, and then we will have a direction to travel in the morning.
I feel like parking there, buddy. What do you think?
I am in accord with this.
Any objections?
Huzzah.
Completely in agreement with it.
It sounds solid. Alright, then that's what we'll do.
So now it's my turn to go to the bathroom.
Well, there's two bathrooms.
Too much alcohol.
Too much beer.
Beer is alcohol. All right. So.
They're very different.
All right. So. At this point, who's taking first watch?
I guess I'll take first watch.
All right.
I'll take.
Say what?
I'll take first watch.
I was gonna say who's taking first watch. So if you guys both want to take first watch, one can watch north, one can watch south.
We'll do that.
That's fine.
I'm okay with watching whatever. I think the big thing is I just need enough rest to get my spells, and I can't be interrupted. I'll be so useless.
All right. So first watch. If I could get Gripkey to roll a d20 and Jeb to roll a d20 for me.
What are we rolling? Just literally.
It's a perception.
Oh, fucking shit.
So we got Gripkey and Jeb are doing first watch.
All right.
I rolled a 14.
23.
Jesus.
14 and a 23. Neither of you guys really notice anything at all. You guys' watch seems to go by without any hitches.
And now your watch has ended.
And second watch.
Someone got a text message.
Draven,
Yes.
you want to be on that with me?
Yes, I can.
Or do you want to do last watch? I think you should do last watch, honestly.
I was gonna say Zara should do last watch, in my opinion.
You, Draven and Zara should do last watch, so me and Asmodee will do second watch.
Very well.
Hold on.
I don't see shit.
23.
That's better than my 5.
So you two, 23 and 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, don't really notice much of anything.
All right, it is up to you two.
Well,
All right. So we
Shall
got
we go
Draven and
yes.
who?
Sorry, me.
Okay, Czar. And then
I got
on top of that, Czar, roll roll your perception for this, but roll your perception 3 times for your familiar throughout all of the stuff.
22, 6, and 11 for the owl, and then mine was 16.
Okay.
I rolled a 20. So one below my passive.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. You rolled a what?
I rolled 9 plus my. Oh wait, I forgot for passive. It's
Yeah, I was gonna say your passive
Oh,
is
actually,
21. What do you
hang on.
mean 16? One below your passive. Okay. All right. So neither of you really see anything. But Czar, for your familiar, basically just kind of keeping an eye on the care. Really don't see much of anything besides like
Oh shit.
You're right there, Tyler?
Yep.
You
is
step
the
on
cat.
Right beneath my feet.
You step on the cat?
Yep.
Oh.
Cat okay?
He's fine. He's a little shitty.
No.
So you notice that there were I mean basically your familiar mostly just saw guards kind of like walking around the top of the walls and keeping an eye on stuff, but nothing that seemed out of the ordinary to you.
Good copy.
I was saying he got his tail stuck between my foot and the sandal. So I went to put my weight on the sandal and walk, and it was right between them.
Oh.
He was not happy.
Actually, Corey, go ahead and roll me one more perception check for your owl.
It's okay, baby.
That one is a 17.
Hey.
Okay, okay, so you notice as your owl that, or well, your owl, I guess, your familiar relays to you. While it was kind of keeping watch and stuff, yes, there were guards walking on the tower and keeping watch and that kind of stuff, but they didn't really seem to be watching anything. They almost seemed like they were more for show.
Like I said, we should have.
Like how? Like were they wearing just like old armor? Were they not?
No,
wearing
they were wearing what looked like normal guards uniforms and that kind of stuff, but they seemed to be walking at the top of the wall and stuff like that, but they weren't really like
paying attention.
Yes,
Going through the motions.
Yeah, they were more going through the motions and less like looking out, trying to see if anybody was walking up on the castle and that kind of stuff. It was a lot of just
they're just doing their job for their money.
Pretty much.
So, is it the next morning, or is that something I should wake people up for?
Yeah, no, at this point, it is the next morning. Everybody has officially had a long rest. You all can mark that. And seeing as how it is 11:22, we're going to go ahead and stop there.
Oh my god, motherfucker. Get down.
I need to change my spells.
So do I. I'm looking at mine too.
Fucking drool.
I gotta put locate object on.
What are you putting locate object on?
I'm putting locate object as a part of my list just in case
Oh,
we do.
okay. Sorry. I thought you meant you were.
On Sephic, then I can track him.
Yes. Sorry. I thought you meant you were like putting locate object onto something. Sorry.
Oh,
So,
no.
I'm assuming with our 0 combat session, we've all leveled up to 7.
Yep.
I mean, what else would we level up to? You know what I mean?
Nope, 7. Just shoot.
Skipping 6 entirely.
Skipping 6 entirely. Everybody's level 7. No, no, that has not happened. So we will be picking up with this in 2 weeks, where you guys wake up in Tiamon's tiny hut. Bleh.
Alright, I'm gonna end the stream.
Go for it.
Yeah, be